My name is James Rollins, and in 2015 I started the WNR podcast with my friend
Dan White. And every month we bring you the latest collections, newest content, 205 Live and the crown jewel of the WNR NXT update.
Also each month the latest pay-per-views, and we are live not only for the Big Four but every takeover as well.
Plus, in 2019, we go back 20 years and witness the Attitude Rise and the WCW's demise.
Until we've watched everything, we're with you, and we are the WNR. Yes, hello, I am James Rollins, and as always, I'm joined by
Dan White.
And today it's the WNR233. It's WWE Extreme Rules 2019. Before we get anything, intro. It's a reality that in this world, things don't always go your way. To cry with things isn't going to help the situation. Or improve it. You can only change your system from within. Any true rebel will tell you that. You have to infiltrate the system and demonstrate to those on the outside why a change is needed. And that is from the, well, maybe the father of Extreme, Paul Heyman. But Extreme Rules, Dan, are you excited?
I am very excited, yeah. There's a few good matchups, a few repeated matchups which are getting a bit boring, but hopefully the good outweighs the bad. We've got kind of like an NXT rematch here starting us off on kickoff, which looks exciting.
Yeah, without a doubt, you know, so there's a lot of possibilities on the show, but we do a prediction league, Dan, so do you want to explain it for everyone listening?
Yes, we have 3 prediction leagues. We've got NXT pay-per-views, we've got normal WWE pay-per-views, and we've got a bonus prediction league. Currently, I'm winning the NXT pay-per-views 3-2. You are winning the WWE pay-per-views 7-2. And the bonus, you're winning that as well, and it is 23-21.
Yeah, so here we go with Extreme Rules, and what better way to kick off then with kickoff? And like I said, Finn Balor versus Nakamura going for the Intercontinental title. 2 former NXT champions as well. And you talk about build-up. Well, there's not been a really lot of build-up. Balor hasn't been featured. He did lose to Nakamura on SmackDown to lead to this kickoff match. So, you know, at least Nakamura is being used a little bit with or without Rusev. But who have you gone for, Dan, to start us off here on predictions?
I have gone for the Irish last kicker, Balor.
And I, too, have gone Finn Balor. So, be interested. Any reasons to go for the Finn?
Well, I think, you know, with Nakamura beating Balor clean as a whistle on SmackDown in their last encounter, well, kind of basically all the build-up to this match, I think that, you know, Balor's going to get some redemption here tonight.
I think Balor hasn't really had I don't want to say great Intercontinental title run because you know my history with Balor. But I think that, you know, as a mid-carder, I think he could succeed. But being on the first match, you know, even before the Cruiserweights, and he's not really defended the title since kind of winning it off Lashley at Mania, you know, so it's a bit of a predicament. But this should be a match as Nakamura catches Balor on top.
Knee to the ribs, and Balor's in a bit of trouble early on in this match. And I still think that Nakamura does look like he's wearing Kane's old gear.
Well, Nakamura tried to attack on the apron, but Balor managing to reverse it.
Balor's looking to fly over the top rope, takes out Nakamura, and Balor's fired up. We've not really seen too much of the Demon, have we?
Well, the Demon has been quiet, but can Finn Balor himself show that he's worth his while? You know, he's got to be watching Raw at the moment and seeing the club reunite and thinking, well, you know, I want to be a part of that. We haven't really seen, like I said, an aggressive Balor. You know, we haven't really seen Balor much passion. We're waiting for the Demon to come out at most times. But we know from NXT how good Balor is. Do you think Balor has been treated right on the main roster since moving up all those years ago?
There has been obvious moments with Balor. I think, you know, he's not been treated unfairly as, you know, there's some other wrestlers have done. But I think with Balor, it's kind of like a slow build. Not pushed him too much to get him pissed off with the fact, you know, get the fans pissed off with him.
Well, he's quite a good merch seller, so I think he's got that going for him. I don't think they see him as a kind of headliner, and I don't know if Bella is happy with that. You know, there's some wrestlers who want to be, I don't know, CM Punk or Ambrose, are not just happy collecting a check, but we've heard that there's a lot of wrestlers that are quite happy there going, no, I don't mind it. Same for Nakamura, we talk about him thinking, winning the Royal Rumble, there's his chance, and now this is a lot better, I think, though, than the tag team with Rusev, even though Rusev's not around.
Absolutely, yeah, well, again, these two guys, they was kind of like a very early part of our podcast, so we've kind of grown with them, and their promise in NXT hasn't been kind of fulfilled on the main roster. That could leave you feeling slightly underwhelmed with the treatment of them.
Well, this is the thing, Nakamura's definitely got the star power, which has not kind of been used right in WWE, and maybe due to lack of promos, or promo skill, but the talent is definitely there. And these two men definitely bringing it in this kickoff match.
So how would you better bill the likes of Nakamura and Balor then? Because, they are really talented guys.
Well, people are going to be annoyed, but I think Balor, for me, is not a main eventer. I think he is a mid-card. The Intercontinental title is a perfect championship for him to go and have these feuds. I think Nakamura is definitely main event level. For me, I would have him mixing up there, and I think I don't know why they've not. And I don't get me wrong, I know the roster is strong at the moment, but I definitely see Nakamura as opposed to Balor, or am I just being Balor biased?
You are being slightly Balor. I think Balor has got it. He's very crisp in the ring. He's a worker that can perform flawlessly. He can have, 5-6-star matches. He has that capability of having great matches. Yeah, these two guys, they're not the strongest of talkers, but especially with Balor, I think, his demon side of things with him, it's something that you could pull in as well.
I think you're right, especially I do like the demon. And as we get a massive advert, it looks like Balor's going to finish things. No?
Well, Balor looked to run Nakamura into the corner with his huge drop kick, but he gets caught by Nakamura with a kick to the face. And, we're watching Extreme Rules kick off. Obviously, with the view to watch Extreme Rules, because it airs straight. Yeah, they're reminding us to watch it and to start our 1-month trial on the network, which we're watching it on the network. I mean, I don't know about you, but I pay for things in the hope that I don't have to pay for, we don't have to watch adverts.
I think WWE for too long have been getting away with so many fucking adverts, and just so long. It's our kickoff it could be half hour, we just with the kind of matches involved, and even during the pay-per-view there's so many things and it doesn't matter. That's just what gets me. The stuff in the pay-per-view, all that matters in the matches, because when you look back on a month or 2 months time, you don't care about any of the backstage skits, or I understand the interviews have to at some point. I better shut up now, because it looks like Nakamura is going to finish Balor.
And he's lining him up for the King Shasha. No, Balor catches him with a double foot stomp to the chest and slows Nakamura. And now as Balor got Nakamura in his sights for his running dropkick. Kicks him into the corner. Now Balor's looking to go up top to finish this with a coup de grace.
About to say Nakamura came violently down then.
Oh no, Nakamura rolls out the way.
And the King Shasha
to the back of the head. Balor's in a lot of trouble.
Well, I don't know if he got all of it though.
Or was that more of a shining wizard?
Well, now Nakamura's going to go for it.
This one hit the money, bang on.
Kinshasa, 1, 2, 3.
And Nakamura is your new Intercontinental Champion.
Clean as a whistle as well.
Only the second person to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship and the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Who's the other person?
The Intercontinental. Oh, Dean Ambrose.
GP Intercontinental Championship. Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry, he's only the third person, so.
Oh, so you mean Chris Jericho then?
Yeah.
Yeah, go. Thanks for feeding me that line. Anyway, what did you think? What did I think of that match? Went bad. It was over before I knew it, but I think we were just chatting away. As you do. More fun than watch along.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which I've heard rumours Matt Hardy uses a kendo stick
on the back of Pat.
Yeah, I mean, great
Baron
entertainment.
Corbin stood there watching.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I mean, well, if our viewers start dwindling, I could always Singapore cane you across the back.
You can try. Anyway, Nakamura holds gold, And it looks good on him, don't get me wrong. Not a bad match between two. You can see the chemistry, and I'd hope for a long feud between these two. What are your thoughts, Dan?
Yeah, it was a good match. Again, you can see the chemistry works really well together. Putting it on the kickoff show in front of a half-empty audience, really?
That is a surprise. It's a surprise at the title.
But again, as far as the match goes, it was a very good match. It was well worked between the two. As you say, they've got very good chemistry together. They faced each other off a fair few times, and I was happy with the match.
Yeah, not a bad match as we move on. And Drew Gulak, the champion, has just come out, and the bells rang now. And Dropkick Staff going to attack Nice. So we're on to our Cruiserweight title match. Let me get predictions out of the way and then we'll talk about it more. I have gone for deal with Cruiserweight champion Drew Gulak because I went Tony Nese last month and he fucked me. And if you fuck me, I'm not going to play again. Gulak.
Drew.
So what have you thought of the Cruiserweight the Cruiserweight division and the storyline between Nese and Gulak recently?
It seems, I don't know, Stu, it's like it's missing something. I think, the Cruiserweights, they've got some absolute brilliant wrestlers. Don't get me wrong, but I'd like to see something different because when I think of Cruiserweights, I think of, we're going back 20 years watching the WCW Cruiserweights going into it. And, they're all high flying, they're very capable, but it's like two heavyweight wrestlers that are just smaller.
Yeah, I think this is what it is. But the thing I do like about these two is that they're contrasting styles. I mean, Nese is a high fly here, like you said, against other guys who can do the same thing. That I think maybe the other guys are a little bit better. But as a kind of package, and like I said, a premier athlete, Nese looks good. And with Gulak, you got to enjoy his submission skills. He lost to Matt Riddle at Evolve at the weekend as well on the network. But it was a great catch-as-catch-can match. This might be one of the shortest Cruiserweight champions of all time, because they usually have quite long reigns, don't they,
Yeah, they normally hold it for a fair while. So what, with these two guys, what would be next? We've had the likes of Ali and Alexander going up to the main roster. Gulak and Nese, could they cut it? Or would they be lost in the shuffle? I think Gulak could definitely kind of cut it on the main roster. Tony Nese, not 100% sure. You could see him, he's got kind of like a similar skill set to Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews has been very underwhelming on the main roster.
I think you're right, and the problem is the blandness, isn't it? And we've seen that from Tony Nese, even with the Cruiserweight title run, haven't really shown that fire. In ring, he's great, but it's just a character outside. With Gulak, we're quite privileged because we've seen all the 205 Live as well. That you can actually, Gulak's kind of how he can play different characters. You can see him play the killer, the clown, or goofy Gulak. You remember when he couldn't go up to the top rope and his knees started shaking and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff Gulak can do. Now he's got this kind of new, grittier style as well, isn't he? So
yeah,
I am a fan of Gulak, but I don't know how far he could go. Maybe, mingling in the mid-card, but
I think, when it gets to a point when you've had 3 personas 205 Live, it's like, well, how far can you go? Are you going to finally try and find something that works, or what?
Yeah, they're not sure. It's WWE saying, right, switch this up, see if you can do it. I think he's proven that he can do it, and they're going, oh, actually, we can't because his power presentation was brilliant with Gulak.
It was absolutely great. Yeah, it was kind of reminiscent of Elias. They wouldn't be able to get through a whole slideshow like Elias doesn't get through a whole song. So. I enjoyed the no-fly zone, but again, how far can that take you?
Well, this is the thing, and more serious Gulak. We've seen him on NXT. I wouldn't mind him being involved in that as well. He's still great matches against Kushida. There's no doubt he is, one of the best working today. As Nese is trying to get out of Gulak's offense.
Oh, and a German suplex into the corner, good turnbuckle.
Tony Nese beat Akira Tozawa to get a chance.
Has he got Gulak in his sights with a running Nese? Gulak's up and delivers a back elbow to the incoming Nese. But Nese too close to the ropes, manages to get out of it, land on his feet on the edge of the apron, catches Gulak with a huge uppercut. Now he's got him draped over the turnbuckle.
Oh my God!
Well, Nese runs up it and does a moonsault onto Gulak. I don't think he's expecting a huge post.
Well, Nese has got Gulak back in, looking to go up. Oh my
50. It looks
God.
like his knee went straight to the midsection of Gulak. But Gulak just managing to kick out.
We nearly had 2 matches, 2 new champions. Perfect by Nice, but stuck the landing a little bit. Oh my word.
So, of course, going back to that first match, it remains 0-0 in prediction
Oh
point
shit, I didn't do the
scores.
points. I completely forgot about that. Sorry. So yeah, our first match is 1-0. 1-1. We
No,
both
0-0.
0-0. Oh yeah,
Back a one.
you're right. You are right. When you're right, yeah, I should just let you do this. 0-0 at the moment.
It's funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We both lost.
That was very impressive by Gulak. Looked to be rolling underneath Tony Nese and then catching with kind of like a sunset driver. And now Tony Nese looking for the Alabama slam. But Gulak held onto the top rope, managed to land on his feet. Picks Nese up for a powerbomb into the cover. But no, only a 2 count.
Gulak might be getting a little bit frustrated now that he can't put Tony Nese away. Oh! And a huge clothesline took Nese around the world. Tries to go for the cover, but no, Nese managing to kick out.
Tony Nese looking like he's in trouble.
And Gulak means business.
Well, these two were very good friends a little while back, weren't they?
You can see the chemistry, but there's a cyclone splash. And that's it.
And that is very it.
What? Well, there you have it, Dan. What do you think of that match?
I don't know about you, but wrestlers are dropping far too easy for my liking at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. That was when you cut out like the entries and stuff. That was nothing. That match. I didn't even score the first match yet. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I mean that was weird. Gulak and Nese seemed to come out of nothing. That finisher. There you go. Make sure Dan doesn't forget me. And after that, we both get a point now. So we're off the mark. So we can't get a perfect score, but it is 1-1 heading into the main show. And here's the main show promo. Well, a very interesting promo. I mean, these are just so generic now, aren't they, WWE? You've got like a random, either like a man or a woman saying like, tonight is going to be the best night ever because we're getting extreme. And when did Extreme Rules become like a kind of huge event? And I feel like I'm ranting a little bit, but we're going to start off with a huge tag team match. It's Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. Dong, dong.
James has got a small
dong.
And again, the huge ovation for Undertaker as soon as the bells toll.
And this is the thing, we don't want to see him doing 25, 30-minute matches. We want to see him like, in single matches against legends. We want to see him against, the greatest young wrestlers and talents of today, much like the best in the world who's in this match, and Shane McMahon. So let's not forget
So
about
we
him.
have got Undertaker, Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns in a match, yet Shane McMahon is billed as best in the world.
Right, that. I mean, don't get me wrong, McIntyre's second on that list, you're right. But still, it's got to be nervous, the Undertaker and Reigns, to be going up against Shane. The form he's in at the moment, the form of a lifetime, let's not forget.
Absolutely, yeah. So, as far as Shane McMahon's concerned, with The Undertaker, cut that last bit. The Undertaker, do you think he's trying to hold on for one more year till 2020 so he can get the full 30 years out of WWE?
I think it's the other way around. I think if it's The Undertaker, Undertaker wanted to retire back in 1999, so you've got to think about the kind of injuries. I know he sorted himself out, but you've got to wonder the kind of power of Vince McMahon. Don't get me wrong, The Undertaker makes his own decisions, I understand that, but, Vince McMahon must be saying, come on, God damn it, stick with me another year. And I think, hopefully, now, don't get me wrong, I am one of The Undertaker's biggest fans. Go back in episode 25, this is the trilogy if you don't believe me. I think it's time for Taker to, from what we've seen, to hang up his gloves, and it kills me to say. But this match, I'm dreading this match, because it's Shane involved, McIntyre. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love McIntyre, but
it's like your old
it's my dream
favourite going against your new favourite with Undertaker and Drew McIntyre.
But I've got a lot of love for Shane, obviously, and even Roman Reigns. I've always been a guy who's, I feel like I've never kind of bashed him, even though the last, since we've been doing the podcast, it's not easily done.
Well, you listen to the early podcast again, and you hear me appreciate the hell out of Roman Reigns. Yeah. I think we saw his Chronicle was one of the first ones we saw, and it gives you a closest, and it is good. I don't have any problem with Roman Reigns.
So these are four guys. Like I said, McIntyre looking at Undertaker Will this lead to a WrestleMania match or wherever they face off? Taker's got, he's tried a different vest. We don't want to see the...
So,
what's the name of this tag team?
They are known, and they've got a T-shirt out as well, James. And bearing in mind this is the first time they've teamed together. They've only been around since last Monday or a couple of Mondays ago. They are the Graveyard Dogs, and they've got a T-shirt out. Yet, for hell and a high water, when I was coming up to find your punishment T-shirt, couldn't find any for Mojo Rawley, and he's just signed a new fucking 5-year deal. I mean,
And you won't be able to find a T-shirt for 5 years. It'd be great. Anyway, who have you gone for in this match?
James, you'd be an idiot if you went against the best in the world. So call me an idiot, because I've gone for the Graveyard Dogs.
I...
And just before you say that, Shane McMahon's sweating profusely already.
And the Undertaker's got a little red mark around his head where he's had his hat, bless him. Anyway, I've gone Taker and Reigns. Taker Reigns. And the Undertaker getting a huge chant here. Must be an awesome experience.
So what do you think about the pairing of Reigns and Undertaker?
Do you know something? I actually love it. Because I've just realised now that Undertaker might be wearing that to look a bit like a vest. Along with Roman Reigns, who looks like Roman Reigns' his fucking dad, man. I know! He looks like his dad. He's like, or granddad. I mean, depending on what age you want to say. Look at them, man. They're just like a fucking tag team. I would never.
So don't worry, Dean Ambrose has gone, but we're going to find you a new partner.
I mean, what is the difference? It's a bit of height. They both got tattoos, both got long hair, both got beards.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I never realised how close Roman Reigns and Undertaker look like. And talk about a guy, actually, to be fair, McIntyre.
He looks like their older brother.
Yeah, he looks like... Hey, see you! Actually, don't start the accents, because we'll never go off them. And McIntyre getting caught with a huge right hand there by
I bet
Reigns.
Shane's wishing he grew his hair now. So Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre starting. McIntyre starting strong with the power games, as you would expect from McIntyre. Reigns came back with a little flurry, but a lovely belly-to-belly overhead suplex kind of shuts Reigns down.
So again, I don't know if it's WWE or what they're doing, but they've sacrificed McIntyre for Reigns. They've had him at WrestleMania, and of course the last month Money in the Bank, losing even last month by his side. And now you're thinking, we've both gone for the Undertaker and his grandson. But this is the thing, like, when is McIntyre going to get a victory? It's great being involved in these guys, but if you're cadding fodder, ask the Spirit Squad if it helped them being involved with Vince McMahon and DX feud. Do you know what I mean? We know the answer.
They helped Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but thanks to a complete different character change. So we might see McIntyre come back as like the Flying Scotsman.
Well, my friend.
No, that's fair.
He's kind of done it the other way round. It's like he had his crappy character and tried to go for his serious character, and he's still just cannon fodder. It wouldn't surprise me if Drew McIntyre eats the pin tonight.
Well, Shane's in trouble as Reigns got hold of him.
Oh, tags in the dead man to a lovely ovation from the crowd. And this can't be any worse than his match with Goldberg.
Well, these two men know each other so well. WrestleMania 32, Hell in a Cell, and now just a couple of years later, the Undertaker looking over at McIntyre. The Undertaker does look old, though. Looks like DDP. Do you know what I mean? That's how old he's getting.
He's got the arm to Shane. He's teasing him to let him tag in McIntyre, but just keeps pulling him away. Looks like he's going to go up for very, very, very old school. But Shane fighting him off.
Oh, look at this. Best in the world, left and right.
And you don't want a striking contest with the Undertaker. And as I say, the Undertaker grabs McMahon by the throat, gets him in the corner and starts unloading the lefts and rights on him. To the body, then straight to the jaw.
That is classic Undertaker there.
Irish whip to McMahon, sends him in the corner. As McMahon comes out, clothesline down, and the Undertaker falls over because he's old.
Oh.
And the looks that Undertaker keeps shooting across to McIntyre. I wouldn't like to be in Drew's boots. Now Undertaker going across the ropes for the old school. Hits its mark, and Shane is a tit.
Oh my God. Shane went back in the corner. Tagged in Drew. I've never seen McIntyre look apprehensive, and he does a little bit now. First time ever face to face. McIntyre's taller than Undertaker, mate.
No, he's not.
Yes, he fucking is.
No, he's not.
Look how tall he is. Eye to eye. Oh my God, McIntyre might actually kill the Undertaker tonight.
We've got Royal Rumble winners, heavyweight champions, and in the other corner we've got Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon.
Oh, there you go. McIntyre kicked to Undertaker,
who stands up and just looks dead at McIntyre. And McIntyre ducks the attack from Undertaker. Clotheslines him over the top, and Undertaker lands on his feet, and again another death stare to McIntyre. Drags him out under the bottom rope and sends him back first into the...
I tell you something, right? We knocked WWE a lot, but this is a great way to start a pay-per-view proper. Do you know what I mean? Like this match.
Absolutely. Undertaker looking for his guillotine, leg drop off the edge of the apron.
Bet that hurt the Undertaker.
Goes for a cover, and Drew just managing to kick out.
Still a lot of power left. Oh, God. Now Roman's back in. That McIntyre. He's get beaten up by Reigns.
We've got big plans for you when you come back, Drew. You're going to go against Roman Reigns and win. No.
No, you're not.
You're going to lose, damn it.
Yeah, you're going to lose.
And then we're going to bring in the Undertaker. You're going to lose to him too.
25 time.
Up the Superman punch, but wastes it on an uppercut to Shane McMahon.
Up is what?
Exactly.
Now McIntyre reversing Roman low.
Oh, and then gets low bridged by Shane. And Reigns looks in trouble. Shane looming over the body, but Undertaker just comes marching round. Give me that chair, damn it! And it is a no-holds-barred match, James. Let's not forget that. As acing Shane O'Mac off. I think they forgot.
And now McIntyre sending Roman Reigns into the stairs, and he takes him better than John Cena.
Shane O'Mac's been ran off by the Undertaker. He's gingerly making his way back to the ring.
What you ginger? What you best? Yeah. And now McIntyre has got complete control of his team. It is all down to him on this one.
So he tags in Shane for the pin, but Reigns managing to kick out.
Man does have a victory over Roman Reigns. There's not many men that can say that. Is Shane out? No. Reigns up again at 2.
2. Can Drew say that?
McIntyre hasn't beaten anybody. He even lost to CN. He beat Bobby Roode for the NXT title. Look where Bobby Roode is now.
I mean, you know, it could be worse. He could be losing to cruiserweights on Raw.
Oh, no. And McIntyre overhead belly to belly Roman. Again, only 2.
2.
Was that my love?
And didn't he get rid of Dolph Ziggler because Ziggler was dead weight holding him down?
And what's Ziggler doing now? He's got match.
Didn't he have a title match?
No, he's got facing Kevin Owens later.
But didn't he have a title match?
Yeah, and he lost. Yeah. So McIntyre was right, wasn't he?
Yeah, but McIntyre hasn't had a title match to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's the dead weight?
Exactly. Who's a loser? Who loses and the one that hasn't had a chance, hasn't lost yet. Yes, McIntyre loses, but he might not lose in a title situation. Well, the good Reigns fucking submission that we've seen for the last 3 pay-per-views. I'm glad. Reigns now fighting out. And McIntyre with a big forearm smash.
Oh, shoot, reversed by Reigns, sends McIntyre into the corner, but catches Reigns with an elbow. But a huge Samoan drop. And now McIntyre's in a bit of shaker, desperate for a tag in. I want to see him march up the ring.
The best one I remember when he wasn't going to tag Austin, and then he went, fuck it, and he stuck his hand out. You just like, yeah, you did. And he was on fire, baby.
Oh! McIntyre looking for a spear. Reigns moves out the way. And Drew hits nothing but ring post.
And now it gives Roman Reigns a chop. Now it gives Reigns to get to the Undertaker.
And Shane O'Mac gets the tag in as well. And Undertaker's just in and cleaning house.
And now just ramming Shane McMahon's head into the turnbuckle, pillar from post.
Irish Whip follows up with a big splash. Shane barely able to hold himself up. Oh, snake eyes. Big boot as well. We don't normally see the boot. It's normally a close. But Shane's quite short, so yeah, fair one.
Shane up again.
Well, Drew up to the edge of the apron, gets knocked down by Undertaker, then Shane gets eliminated from the rumble by the dead man.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
And now the Undertaker looking at the announce table and looking at Shane.
Taker rearranging some furniture.
Oh my God, just taking everything off. That was in a neat little line. Quite well set up. What's the difference between that? Look at the announce table over there and the other one.
Got pad on top. Oh
my God, the Undertaker's...
What? Elias?
Well, the Undertaker was going to last fight Shane for the announce table.
But the GPD came out, and he looks like he should be teaming with Reigns and Undertaker wearing the black vest.
There are too many long-haired bearded guys in WWE at the moment.
Oh, and Reigns just eats a Claymore kick from McIntyre as he was trying to fight off Elias. And now Undertaker's got 3 men to contend with. Oh, Elias looking to attack Undertaker with a guitar. Gets caught by the throat. But McIntyre in with a save again. Claymore kick to Undertaker. And then a kick to Elias's guitar for good measure.
Shouldn't have done. Well, McIntyre top of the other announce table. And Shane McMahon
is instructing McIntyre and Elias to place Undertaker's prone body across an announce table.
Well, he might be 70% water at this point.
I don't think he's got any water left.
Oh my God, the Undertaker's on the announce table. Yeah, there was definitely something at the announce table, wasn't there? Because you look at the difference between the two. There's Shane now going to go up.
Oh, that wasn't a very comfortable landing for the Undertaker. I think he landed on the monitors as Shane took him out, but nonetheless, a huge elbow drop. Undertaker is in a lot of trouble, and there's no Reigns to save him. That table just fucking folded as well.
Do you know, say it's weird? He's been doing that for 20 fucking years now, right?
Yeah.
And it still looks awesome. Like, I know he does it every match, but that elbow is fucking impressive.
I do like how gentle Elias and McIntyre are being with helping the Undertaker up. Look, one supporting his backside. McIntyre, look, you know they're going really gentle with him. You're like, oh, sorry, Undertaker,
shit,
we didn't mean to slip you. Yeah, look, we'll help you up. Don't you worry, my friend. Trying to get Undertaker's limp carcass into the ring, and this might be another loss for us.
Oh, that's what I'm saying to you. I honestly can't fucking believe it. We're going to fucking... The one time McIntyre actually beat someone and I've not gone for him.
You know what's coming up soon. Undertaker disrupted Shane O'Mac's coast to coast on Roman Reigns. But we got Elias to hold his arms. McIntyre to place the trash can against the face of the Undertaker.
Oh my God, they're looking to decapitate the dead man. As McIntyre still getting his kicks in.
Shane Man's like, yeah, you know, I'm the least athletic out of the lot of you, but I'll do the off the top rope manoeuvres.
Yeah, just for the announce table. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do the coast to coast.
Oh, and Shane slicing the throat,
slapping the face of the Undertaker.
Oh,
not as bad as that though. And the trash can right and trying to take his face, but Reigns is up.
Bang, takes out Elias.
Superman punch, but McIntyre's up.
Oh, side Russian Scottish sweep.
Oh my God, right on those mats. And how thin are those mats, Dan?
Those mats are mere millimetres thick over pure concrete. And Shane dragging the Undertaker back to the middle of the ring.
And this is going to be it, surely.
Don't call me Shirley, but the Undertaker's just sat up. And Shane looks trying to scramble away, but Undertaker grabs his leg, drags him towards him.
Shane shit himself, and now he's in trouble with a choke slam.
Boom! Choke slam to McMahon in the corner. Grabs hold of Elias. Choke slam in the corner for him as well. There's one more choke slam Undertaker needs to deliver.
No, wait a minute.
God, he looks old.
He's calling for the end, but McIntyre's behind him. What a great fucking visual that is. Go on, Drew. Claymore.
Oh, spear.
No. Well, Reigns saving Undertaker's back.
Grabs hold of Shane O'Mac. Loads him up for the tombstone.
Oh.
No, Undertaker, nope. There he goes. Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, 3.
Well, as Michael Cole says, the dead man is not done. And with that performance, it's really, really good. Apart from the tombstone at the end, but they recovered from it. But I really match. I don't know if I'm fucking... What's wrong with me? But I actually really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great story told. And I think the right team won, obviously.
Yeah, again, you know, I completely agree with you. Absolute great story told. But the thing that kind of I don't get is they start off like it's a normal tag match. And then all hell breaks loose. And it's like, well, all the tag team rules have just gone completely out the window. Yeah. It's like they forgot that it was an anything goes match. And yeah, again, you know, it was a good start to the match. You know, a bit of back and forth. Undertaker taking some punishment. And I don't know if you can read lips, James, but I am very proficient. And he slaps Reigns on the chest and says, "It's your yard."
Wow.
Is that a proverbial passing of the torch?
I think it is.
Or a passing of the urn?
I thought they were going to kiss. Oh, well.
That was just your hope.
You know. Anyway, it's great to see grandfather and grandson getting a huge victory here in a really enjoyable match. And I think credit goes to Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre, of course, in this one to deliver it. And, you know, if they're going to do more like this is how you do treat the Undertaker now. We might see the Graveyard Dogs a little bit more. But we both get a point, and after 3 matches, it is 2-2 heading into our next match. And look at that, respect by the Undertaker, saluting the crowd here. And how many more times will we ever see that? Well, probably at the next Saudi Arabia event, but apart from that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins interviewed backstage, and they seem confident about tonight.
They do, absolutely, yeah. Well, they've shown that they can beat Baron Corbin and fucking shit cunt They've shown that they can beat Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans one-on-one. So why wouldn't they be able to beat them in a tag match, winner take all?
It's your peanut.
Down since day one-ish.
So up next, the Raw Tag Team titles on the line. It's going to be the Usos versus the Revival. So the Usos look to become 7-time Tag Team Champions here tonight. What have you thought of the build-up between the Usos and the Revival, Dan?
Has there been one?
No, not really. I mean, there's been bits and pieces on Raw interaction, but I mean, to have on a pay-per-view, I thought this was going to be a kick-off match, to be fair.
Yeah, well, again, you know, we've always spoken highly of the Revival. We think they've been treated unfairly. And the Usos, as far as they go, we've kind of run out of superlatives to find. They have been absolutely brilliant tag team. You know, we've seen them face-painted faces. We've seen them go through their little dark phase, and now they're kind of transitioning back to, you know, just short of having their faces painted again. But, you know, whatever they look like, they still perform perfectly in the ring.
I think without doubt, I think the Usos got to be one of the most consistently good tag teams in the past few years. And when you actually look at them, and you kind of see how good they actually are, you know, with the Usos, it is mind blowing because most tag teams can't stay relevant. And with the Usos, they have done, like I said, with the different changes that they've made in their character, have stayed in everybody's kind of attention and still going after tag team titles long, you know, years after they first debuted. I think credit to the New Day as well in that way. We're going to see New Day later on tonight. I think these two were feuding a couple of years ago. We thought, well, how's it going to go from here? But with Revival, they finally get the chance. They definitely deserve it, didn't they, Dan?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, there was obviously, like, you know, a bit of talk about them leaving to not so greener pastures, I'd like to say. But glad to say that they've signed a new contract and they're going to be around for a while. They finally got the push that they very, very deserve.
Well, Scott Dawson now gets a tag from Dash Wilder, and we know how great the Revival are as a tag team, but if there's anybody better, it just might be the Usos. I think I've got to look at the hair. Jimmy just come in. Double team by the Usos. No, Jay's on the left.
So Jimmy's got his arm bandaged up.
Jay's got his arm back, I think.
Usos looking to go flying, but get caught with a huge forearm from each Dash and Dawson.
Oh my God, and they take out the Revival on the other side. Alright, prediction-wise, I nearly forgot about it, but in this match I have gone for the Revival.
I too have gone for Le Revival.
Yeah, I think it's time, you know, like I said, build the tag team division, even though we've not really been seeing it much.
So far we've gone for the same predictions. Is it going to be another draw?
Yeah, it's been tight recently between us.
It ain't been tight since your stepdad fucked you when you was 5.
And Jay just takes out Scott Dawson. Dash Wild on the outside. And that's brilliant there. Scott Dawson taking him out with a clothesline.
So
Jay.
I
think Jay might be out on the outside. Jimmy trying to get his brother back into it.
Well, I'm sure the Revival, they're not shy of winning it by count out. Jay's back in just before the 10. Dawson just snapmare takedown, dropping the leg, followed by the elbow, and then a headbutt. Tags in Wilder. Lovely double team leg drop across the head for the cover, but no, only a 2 count.
2. And they've got Jay exactly where they want him. That's what the Revival probably better than anybody's cutting off the ring. They just stay in their corner.
Wilder with a cover, but again, Jay just managing to kick out.
Oh.
Desperate to get the tag into his brother. Dash trying to squeeze the life out of Jay, but Jay managing to get up and try his best to fight out. Couple of elbows, arm drag takedown, but Dawson's in, cuts the ring off and just takes him back to the Revival corner, where Jay's got to fight off 2 men. Side slam from Jay. Can he finally get to the corner to tag Jimmy in?
Oh, here comes Dash Wilder on the apron, but the referee's distracted with the Dash Wilder.
No, didn't see the tag. Now Jimmy gets taken to the Revival corner yet again, and it's a 2-man beatdown. A bit of Eddie Guerrero there, play acting by Dawson. But they're taking too long on their beatdown from Jay.
Well, they do seem to be enjoying themselves out there, though, do the top guys.
Well, I think, you know, they're getting a bit more confidence now that they're finally getting the recognition they deserve.
Oh, Jay there must have an awkward landing. There's wants a second to recover.
Well, the Revival not giving him an inch to breathe. And it is quite refreshing to see, especially on this pay-per-view, that it's not the Spanish announce table that's gone through, it's actually the American announce table. And Dawson's got Jay up in the corner, just slapping away, looking for a superplex. Jay doing the best he can to fight off, unsuccessfully thus far. And a huge punch, but Jay goes flying as well. Both men down.
The referee starts counting, but this might be a little bit too late for Jey Uso, and Scott Dawson's got Dash Wilder by his side.
Throws him in near the corner. But no, Jay managing to get across and tags in Jimmy. Jimmy with a step-up kick up to the top rope. Flying cross body. But only a
big clothesline, super kick to the gut.
A Samoan drop to Dash. A Samoan drop to Dawson.
Well, it looked like they've fallen in very
precarious positions. Is he going to channel his father, Rikishi? Back it up to where Wilder comes out. Hits a set-out powerbomb for the cover. 1, 2. No. Just a 2.
2. And Wilder can't believe that. And Jimmy's in trouble and don't think Jay's recovered. And the rival have got each other as Scott Dawson gets a tag in now.
Well, they both charge towards Jimmy. But Jimmy gets the feet up. Goes off top. And a whisper in the wind. Tags in Jay. You're going to see the dual super kicks now. Pop-up Samoan drop. 1, 2. No. Scott managing to kick out.
And that's how great the Usos are. Just with the tag like that, can combine, double team, nearly put Scott Dawson away. I think Jay has hurt his leg as he goes towards Scott Dawson.
Throws him into Jimmy, but he knocks Jimmy off the apron. Roll up from Jay, but a kick out from Dawson. Now 2 men slugging out in the middle of the ring. Brainbuster suplex for the cover. 2. No.
Well, Scott Dawson can't believe that Jay managed to kick out. And now they're going to look to try and finish him off now. Back on the top turnbuckle as Dash gets the tag.
Now he gets the tag. Does he get a superplex from Scott Dawson? Dash off the top. 1, 2. No, an Uso splash to break the pin attempt up.
Now it's Jay in with the cover. 1, 2.
No, Dawson with the save. Now all 4 men are down in the ring.
Well, you don't see the Revival doing it that often. Looks good, and the Usos are always adept to flying.
A man in each corner.
The referee's trying to control this, but I think it's just turned into a war. All 4 men were going at it, but Jay with a super kick to
one to Dash as well. Tags in Jimmy. Oh, no. Jay gets his leg taken out by Dawson. Distracted Jimmy enough for Wilder to get into it, looking for his Tornado DDT. Tag in from Dawson. Shatter Machine.
That's brilliant. Goes for the
1,
cover.
2, 3.
Wow. Revival win that one there in a great encounter again. I don't know what it is with the tag team wrestling on the show here, but it's been really, really good. Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, again, it was an absolute flawless match between all 4 guys. Again, it seems like the Usos went down a bit too easy. I don't know about you. But are they trying to make the finishes seem more effective?
I think if it's a tag team finish, it'd be nice to, when we last time we ever moved like the 3D, that was when it was hit, had such a big pop, and I think with the Shat Machine, we should try and build on it if that's what they're doing. If not, then, the thing is, Usos can take a loss like this, can't they? Because they're 6-time tag team champions. So, but I think it's really, really great stuff. After that, the scores, we both get another point each, and it is 3-3 now, heading into our 5th match.
Shun Yamaguchi and Funaki-san.
So up next is a debut of
Sean Deng and Meng Ao.
One of your favourites as we go through the announce team. It looks like Cesaro's already in the ring, getting ready for action. Are you excited for the debut of Aleister Black, Dan?
I am, yeah, very excited. Hopefully he can perform as well as we know he can. And Cesaro again, what better man to kind of make your pay-per-view debut against. But before that, we are going to get a sing-along with James.
We haven't done this in a couple of months, and this is why I'm happy he's here on pay-per-view for this very reason.
You nail it every time, James.
I do. I really do. Aleister Black here. My God. I've always liked him ever since NXT. You've not been a huge fan, have you?
No, I don't see what the fascination with, as you call him, Ali B.
Ali B. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, that's what we can. Ali. So you know, when we mention Ali B, you obviously know who we're talking about, as the black one has come out here for his match against Cesaro.
He's white.
And we've seen weird things on SmackDown with Black talking to someone, and Cesaro finally took the seat.
Well, you know, for a while, Ali B was kind of challenging someone to face him and to try and make a name for himself. And yeah, we was teased with someone knocking the door, but we didn't quite see who it was. And it was finally revealed last week that it was Cesaro who dared knock on Ali B's door. And yeah, you know, this should be a very interesting match. We know what both men are capable of. Both men are capable of having great matches. But before the bell rings, James, who have I gone for in this match? Of course, James, I have gone for my man Ali B, because unlike you, I actually back my men in the ring.
Whoa, trying to Black mass kick their side, backed off. I too have gone Black. Bet Black to win in this one. Even though Cesaro is a great wrestler, this one should bring out best.
Well, the uppercut versus the kick. Black with a side headlock. Cesaro getting out of it with a kind of suplex.
Uh-oh, now he's going to try the neutralizer maybe.
No, but Black flipping him out. Cesaro landed on his feet and sitting down. And there are three things, James, that you don't do. You don't piss into the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape. And you don't sit down in Ali B's spot.
Well, there's one thing you should know about Ali B, Dan, and what is that?
He sits where he wants.
And there you go, sending Cesaro to the outside.
Jumps over the top rope, goes off the second turnbuckle, and a lovely moonsault there. And Black just sitting where he wants. And that place, James, is in the entranceway ramp.
Well, NXT champion, and he's not been seen for a couple of months, but he looks in great shape as Cesaro, though. Sends him into the turnbuckle, only for a second.
Black goes off the top, a lovely double knees to the chest, takes Cesaro down, a kick to the head, into the cover, 1, 2, no, just a 1.
One.
Black working over with the punches and the kicks, goes down low for the leg sweep.
Uh-oh, and it's going to be over now.
As he picks Cesaro up with his leg, got him in his sights, but no, Cesaro managing to get out of it, delivering an uppercut, or a huge forearm, shall I say, then an uppercut.
There, the uppercut. You know, Cesaro delivers one of the best as Black fights back.
You know, Cesaro's only 2 moves away from an uppercut. As Ali B looking to springboard off the ropes, but Cesaro wise tough, and he's still representing the bar with his gum shield.
Well, they don't just set the bar, they are the bar.
And Droz used to wear a bra.
Now that's what they go, oh, Droz, you know what I mean? And this is how WWE treated him. Hashtag just saying. No one brings that
Droz
up.
was robbed.
Yes.
And Cesaro looking for a springboard, hits it. Huge uppercut up, 1, 2.
Oh.
No, just a 2 count.
2. Now Cesaro is going to try and stifle the life out of Aleister Black. I mean, why haven't they done more with Cesaro? Just like how good he is. And again, maybe it's the thing we talked about earlier with the kind of lack of personality a little bit, but I still think he's awesome as he takes Black down with a clothesline and he gets a 2.
2? Well, wasn't he a Paul Heyman guy for a while? I mean, that's the perfect mouthpiece.
That was, but they just didn't give him the attention.
As he just gut wrenches Black up and a lovely suplex.
I mean, he's legitimately one of the strongest guys in WWE. I mean, the suplex from the outside in is fucking awesome. But Aleister Black, though, we've talked about Black in NXT when he's been fighting, seems to get stronger. You always say that he needs to kind of, what is it? Warm up, isn't it? In NXT.
He does, yeah.
Which I always think is bullshit. But we have seen it a few times.
Well, you know, he's just like Tony Storm, you know. He can take a beating, lets the other person wear himself out, and he's just getting warmed up instead. And then comes back and wins it.
Well, at the moment, Cesaro is in charge of this match. And was that a tap out then?
No, hitting Cesaro's hand.
Well, I don't know. His flat palm looked like it was a...
As he goes for the kick to the inside of the thighs on Cesaro. Ducks a clothesline attempt and this time hits a springboard moonsault.
You see the arm is bothering him, and that's good selling. And now Black and Cesaro just slugging it outside, trying to block.
Coming with the kicks, a couple of kicks to the chest, and then an uppercut to response from Cesaro. Goes charging towards the corner, but Black getting his foot up, Cesaro catching it, kicking him away. And looking again for the double leg stomp, but gets caught by Cesaro in one of the most beautiful pop-up uppercuts I think I've seen in my life.
Wow.
into the cover, but Ali B using the rope as an escape this time.
The strength to keep him there as well.
And to throw him up.
Fucking hell.
Cesaro again, this time tucking the arm in for a pinfall, but Black managing to kick out.
Am I crazy, or has everything been really good tonight?
It has been, yeah.
You know what I mean? I've enjoyed everything. Well, there's not been more of it, but we've still got, we're not halfway through yet. Cesaro's causing Aleister Black all sorts of trouble here. Goes for the uppercut again.
Black with the backside though.
Oh no, Cesaro up at 1.
And again Ali B with a very well placed kicks. Kicking Cesaro's arm away, then following up with a lovely heel kick to the face.
Oh!
And a knee strike to the jaw.
Well, Cesaro may be out
1,
here.
2. No, only a 2 count.
2.
Well, I think he's knocked them teeth even further into Cesaro's head. Bang.
Fucking hell. Well, he might not know where he is.
There are a lot of beards in WWE.
Oh yeah, another beard.
Oh, Cesaro's got a bit of a beard going on as well. I think Shane McMahon's probably the only clean-shaven one we've seen all night.
Well, apart from the good old referees, but Cesaro went for the pop-up uppercut.
But his knee gave out. Looking for a slam. Black with a roll-up. 1, 2. No, Cesaro kicked out.
Oh.
Black just targeting the leg. Oh, lovely transition. Takedown into a knee bar. Black very well trained in Muay Thai.
And Cesaro's had all sorts of damage done. And maybe he just needs to think about his career. But somehow he's getting to his feet.
In it. Into a sharpshooter. Shout out to Tyson Kidd.
Well, his former tag team partner would be proud. Cesaro's got it in. But his legs... Now he's turned it around again.
Into one of the most devastating moves. The crossface.
Another shout out. Oh, but Black weakening that leg.
Turns it over for a pin attempt, but Cesaro able to kick out.
I think there's been so many near falls. It's Aleister Black's way of getting out of it.
Yeah.
It's Cesaro, it's just an easy way of, he's got to break the hold now.
Then a thunderous knee to the jaw, and both men are down, a bit worse for wear. I've written down Black versus Ali.
Well, we're getting a "This is awesome" chant. Both men just trading shots on the ground and all. Cesaro, they got a nice forearm. Black tried with the uppercuts, but Cesaro responding now.
Load of flurry of uppercuts. Now he's looking for the neutralizer.
And Black may be out. No, attacking that leg.
And punching the leg. Kicks. Oh, spinning heel kick.
Black mass, wasn't it?
Yeah, lovely black mass kick after blocking Cesaro. Straight into the cover, and Cesaro's down and out. Black with the victory.
Oh my God, an impressive there by Aleister Black. That is a beautiful... We've seen how dangerous he is when he can do that. But a great match between the two here. I mean, who's match? I don't know. Yeah, I've really enjoyed that. Like, I don't know why. It feels like we're having a go at product, but like the last pay-per-view in this one, it's been good action, and this was a really good match, especially for a debut for Black.
Absolutely, yeah. Normally you get a touch of the nerves, but Black just seemed like he was in that black mass kick. Oh, fucking hell. Rocking the jaw of Cesaro. But, as much as I hate to see Cesaro being the fall guy, he was kind of like a very, very good opponent for Ali B.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's a perfect opponent, and let's hope they do it more like that, and hopefully Aleister Black can grow, in WWE as others have failed. But anyway, it means we both get another 4-all heading to our next match, which is going to be for this SmackDown Women's Championship. It's going to be Bayley versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Ain't no stopping us down into another. So, Dan, what do you thought of the build-up to this match?
Well, we're still not quite sure on the on what's going on between Bliss and Cross. Is Bliss using Cross? Bayley seems to think that she is. Bayley, well, since losing a tag team title, she has gone to capture the SmackDown Women's Championship. Very good for her after cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase. It is absolutely fucking amazing to see a pay-per-view without Charlotte Flair.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen Charlotte actually, have we, in a little bit, and it's kind of been refreshing. But I've been really enjoying the Nikki Cross character because we know she's crazy, but recently she's been showing a real kind of sweetness to her, and you actually kind of feel sorry for her. Is she getting controlled by Bliss? You know, because Cross is definitely in love with Alexa Bliss, isn't she? You know.
Well, me and her both, James. Me and her both.
So we would, you know.
I think Nikki Cross is actually shorter than Bliss. So we got 4.5 feet of Fury and 5 feet of Fury.
To go, Bailey looks massive compared, but Bailey's in the house, and I think it's nice, but I don't know how it's going to go. Well, I think I know how it's going to go in this one, because when it's 2-on-1, I think it's Bailey's way of getting out. Lots of people talk about maybe a Sasha Banks return. I'm not so sure, but I've definitely gone for Bailey. I've gone Bailey. Dan, what you gone?
Well, I have gone for Bailey, and underneath, James, it's like you was just taking the words right out of my mouth. I wrote Banks return. So you don't think Banks is going to come back here then?
I don't think so, no.
Banks is done? Or do you think we will see Banks in a WWE ring in the not-too-distant future?
I think we will see Banks soon. Answer the challenge when it's put out there by champion. It can be either Lynch or it can be or Bailey. You know, I think the storyline would work better if it's Bailey. Banks has been doing stuff for WWE, so I'm sure they're trying to sort things out so she can come back.
Absolutely, yeah. So the challengers do have to tag in and out in this match.
It might give Bailey a little bit of an advantage here as she grabs hold of Bliss. And it's good to see Alexa Bliss back in action here.
I would actually just like to point out that we are watching, it's a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules. And so far, by my count, we've seen one person go through one announce table and thrown into some steps. Undertaker teased using a chair, but, you know, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches in, and, yeah, one announce table gone through.
Yeah, but it's like something this should be called Backlash or Judgment Day. Do you know what I mean? Have a better name rather than Extreme. Because, like I said, there's only going to be the main event might be an Extreme Rules match, but it's just been a normal pay-per-view, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like I said, one match out of 6 has been extreme of some kind, and it's just, you know, they don't need it, but they think, oh yeah, no, this is good.
Just leave it Extreme Rules, damn it!
Exactly, yeah.
We'll have the main event Extreme.
And Bailey getting control of Nikki Cross now.
Yeah, this is definitely a typical underdog-style story as Bliss just shoves Bailey off of the apron head first into the steel steps.
No, it won't make her any uglier. And you found a new found respect for Bliss, didn't you, watching 365 and the kind of struggles that she's had to endure in her life?
Absolutely, yeah. She has been through a lot. You know, she felt like she would be close to retiring, and obviously growing up, you know, she had some issues with her weight, you know, namely losing it, obviously. And, yeah, you know, it is good to see kind of like, you know, a redemption story from her. She wasn't as highly billed as Bailey was in NXT. You know, she wasn't part of the 4 Horsewomen. She wasn't main event in takeovers, but yet she's come through and she's, you know, she's probably arguably one of the best women heels in WWE.
Without a doubt. Do you think she can make it as a face on the main roster?
Well, you know, she'd have to change her finishing move back to Sparkle Splash. But, you know, she has got the look of a face, but I think that's what makes her a better heel. But, you know, with the likes of Trish Stratus, she could play both face and heel because she was absolutely beautiful.
But I think the thing is, what I'd really like to see with this kind of storyline as well with Nikki Cross. We know Nikki Cross, I think she works better as a kind of crazy, unhinged, rather than kind of more sweeter side that we've seen. And maybe her and Bliss, we could, you know, maybe have the turn with Bliss and Cross involved, where Cross is the face to begin with, and then due to her just keep beating the shit out of Alexa Bliss, you eventually kind of feel sorry and go, hang on a minute, we're on Bliss's side, and she can still kind of keep her attitude. And, you know, a lot of the Rock did, just kept the same attitude, but just got cheered. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, absolutely, yeah. And, you know, again, like, Alexa Bliss, she lost the last pay-per-view, and she's, you know, graciously putting people over. You could have just had another Bailey versus Bliss, but I think introducing Nikki Cross, it kind of helps get a bit more exposure to Cross. I know people are familiar with her, but it is only helping pushing the Cross name value.
Well, another thing as well that, you know, people might realise that it's the kind of impact like NXT has had as well. Even if you look at when we started kind of watching it till now, like seeing Nikki Cross involved and thinking, oh, that's brilliant, we sort of start. But going through the card, the first match was Balor Nakamura, you know how, the word there. In every single match, Aleister Black just then, you kind of, you know what I mean?
You've got Naka Balor, both NXT champs. Nice has been in, Gulak has been in NXT.
McIntyre, former champ, of course.
McIntyre, former champion. Roman Reigns came through NXT. The Revival, NXT champs. Black, as you say, NXT champ.
Cesaro
Bayley
had some great matches down in NXT as
well. Bayley, former NXT women's champ. Bliss and Nikki Cross, both. Those kind of more valets down in NXT as opposed to competitors, but especially with Cross, she has some very good matches.
Oh, Cross, if we can see just a little bit of that here, there's definitely there's something about her which I like about Nikki Cross. All of these three women have got something about them, whereas it's something in their eye, or just with Bayley, it's just kind of she's the perfect underdog. As she's doing right now. She's the perfect...
Well, she's hung up in the tree of woe. Nikki's just kicked the shit out of her. Alexa Bliss is on the top turnbuckle there and just punching Bayley back down as she's trying to get up and escape from the tree of woe.
She'll always get up, bless her.
But Bayley doing what she can to fight off, kicks Bliss and manages to free herself.
Oh.
And a forearm to not cross off, but that allows Bliss to get back in and she's just choking Bayley out, lifting her off her feet. But again, Bayley, ever the face in peril, managing to fight out, but Bliss not letting that happen for too long. Just a double knees to the midsection and handspring back into another set of double knees into the cover. But Bayley managing to kick out.
He's made a promotion up, bless him. We talk about...
Dancing referee.
Referee. We talk about NXTs. They said, no, you make it the main roster now, mate. They all grow up in the end, didn't they, bless them?
I'd love to see Jessica Carr on the main roster.
Yeah. Oh my word, and a huge forearm there by Bliss.
Oh, but Bayley responds with a huge clothesline takedown and just grabbing the hair of Bliss, punching the fuck out of her.
Bayley going after Nikki Cross as well, suicide dive.
Takes out Nikki before she even thinks about trying to get the tag in. And now begging for Bayley to get up. And she hangs her over the second rope into a cover. 1, 2.
Oh.
No, Bayley with the kick. Bliss with the kick out.
Oh.
No one for Alexa to tag in. Oh, and Bayley just ramming her shoulder into the midsection of Bliss. Back suplex to Cross, who just tagged herself in. And she slams Bliss on top of Nikki. Catches the foot for Cross. Drags her down by her leg.
And now Bayley looking to put Nikki Cross away.
She's only got little legs, bless her. Rolling through, and it's like an inverted figure 4.
And Nikki Cross can't get there, but Bliss with a knee.
Oh, coming to save it, but she gets caught. And she's got a crossface on Bliss.
And the Indian deathlock on Nikki Cross that you don't see often.
Oh, but Bliss escaping by biting the finger of Bayley. That was very innovative there. Cross trying to turn it round, trying to get away closer to the ropes. But Bayley drags her back to the middle of the ring. And again, Bliss in to break up the submission attempt. Trying to save things for her team. I think she's getting a bit frustrated with Nikki Cross. Bayley looking to swing a huge right towards Bliss, who ducks it. Turns her attentions back to Nikki Cross. Calls in Bliss, who has to get held back by the referee. That allows Nikki to get back into it. A huge back elbow.
Oh, my
Lovely
God.
tornado DDT off the second for Nikki. 1, 2, no. Bayley managing to kick out.
Oh.
Cross into another cover. And again, Bayley kicking out.
Oh.
You don't say much, James. You just say,
Now Nikki Cross tagging in Alexa Bliss. Looking to put her away.
Twisted Bliss. I think Bayley got the knees up to the ribs. Bliss has got someone to tag in. She does. Tags in Nikki Cross.
And now we're going to see the Nikki Cross body. No.
No, we see the Bayley knee to the jaw. Puts Nikki in position.
And now here comes Bayley.
Elbow off the top. 1, 2, 3.
And Bayley gets the job done on Nikki Cross. And beats Alexa Bliss at the same time. My God. What an interesting match. Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a very... I'm not too keen on Nikki Cross kind of being used as cannon fodder. But will this cause a rift between Bliss and Cross down the line a bit? I don't know. But again, very good for Bayley. Great face in peril kind of work from her, which, that's what you need if you want to kind of sell a face.
Without doubt, you know, this is what we wanted from Bailey for a very long time. We're finally getting it, even if it is with Cross kind of getting beat and Bliss again. But not a bad match, probably, you know, one of the slowest of the night, but it means we both get another point. So it is 5-all as we head into our next match. There ain't no stopping us now. So here we go. Now, next match is last man standing, and it's Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. And these two men have been at war recently, sending each other through stages and sets. And Strowman's been in the hospital thanks to Big Bobby as well.
Oh, thanks to himself, really. It was when he put Bobby Lashley through the LED screen. I think he dislocated or ruptured.
Yeah, exactly.
Had a bit of internal
misplaced
bleeding.
a spleen for the night. I found it. I can go back in.
Oh, but Lashley straight off the mark goes after Braun Strowman, who grabs him and just drags him out of the ring. And Strowman hasn't managed to get into the ring yet. But this is a last man standing match. Throws Bobby Lashley into barricade from one side to the other.
All right, before this match is over, I have gone for, in this one, Strowman.
I've gone for Strowman too.
And now the bell finally rings as Braun brings him in.
So, James, 7th match, 7th same prediction. I feel this is going to be a draw.
I don't. I feel I'm going to beat you because I always beat you, Dan. I am unbeaten at pay-per-views. 7 for 7, all right? So enough of your shit.
Yep.
And Strowman now going to go on a run around the outside to Lashley.
Oh, shoulder block. Takes down Big Bob. Big Bob's Burgers. Big Bad Bob. Strowman going to do another lap of the ring while he's waiting for Lashley to get up. Oh, picking up steam. Choo-choo! Here comes Strowman. No, Lashley responds with a spear to the incoming Braun. Takes him down.
And Lashley now just taken out Braun, and will we see the Dark Destroyer that we've known for? I mean, we saw him when I used to watch Impact when he was champion. Yeah, honestly, I watched it.
Lashley picking up the steel steps, ramming them into Braun Strowman. The referee's counting now that Strowman's down.
Well, Lashley did, to his credit, take out Mysterio when Mysterio was going to return, didn't he?
Hang on a minute. They've rebuilt the American...
Fucking hell. Oh my God, Lashley sends Strowman over the top.
Oh yeah, there's a match going on as well.
No, how did they rebuild that so fast? Yeah, Mysterio got sacrificed for some reason. I don't know why. And Lashley absolutely hammered him, and now back with Strowman again.
These two guys, do you think they pair up well?
I think they do. I enjoyed their Super Showdown match, I think it was. I thought it was two big men going at it, and now we can see these two big men using weapons. So
Sure got him, man.
Oh, man. It should be fun.
There's no Razor Ramon in the building, by the way. It's just me and James.
And Lashley with a chair. Now they're going up, the fans.
Up the fence. Strowman struggling to get to his feet.
So are you, are you?
And Dan's struggling to stay awake.
Well, Lashley took Strowman right up the entranceway.
That's got to be a painful move.
There's a problem here.
I remember when you took me up the aisle.
Lovely, though, wasn't it?
Couldn't sit down for a week. Both men, they've gone into a tunnel. We're struggling to get camera crew back there, but we will pick up the action as soon as we can get a cameraman there.
Yeah, it's not like they've planned this.
Here we go, and Strowman's down. Lashley's standing tall.
Well, this will have Paul Heyman's fingers all over it if he's doing some of the booking at the moment.
And of course, James, where are we for this match? Well, where are we for this pay-per-view?
Dan?
Philly! As you can see, the Philadelphia Flyers Stanley Cup champions banners in the background.
It's basically an NXT tribute show apart from this match, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, even being
I don't care, James. The only thing that I care about is the fact that I get to say Philly!
And Lashley's just beating the crap out of Strowman at the moment. Yeah, I saw it at the house. Jesus Christ, son.
What? Was that goddamn kid?
Bet you only got John Cena t-shirt there.
I bet you any money their chips cost $5.50.
112, 113. It's all the same everywhere, isn't it? Where you?
And Ashley, he's kind of disappeared into the background. Strowman just managing to get to his feet, but Lashley is definitely on the prowl.
Oh my God, the event staff are really struggling to keep them at bay there.
Person, I think she's female as well. And Lashley, realising there's none of his merch on sale, just flips the merchandise table over.
Well, Lynch, Bailey, Rollins, Edge. I'll just see an R. A Ricochet, innit? Oh my God.
Well, Strowman's managed to turn it around and suplex Lashley to the merch stand. There's a WWE belt for sale there, slightly tarnished by the backside of Lashley. Bobby Lashley just managing to get to his feet. Now Strowman's in a bit of control as they fight their way back into the arena. As we go to Shield Cam. Dun-dun.
Oh, and Strowman bringing him back down the hard way.
Kicking Lashley down the stairs.
Fucking hell, Strowman's sweating. Talk about Shane McMahon, but Lashley and Strowman give him credit.
Well, they have just been on a long fucking walk.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, to be fair, I would be sweating if I walked round there. I'm listening.
Strowman scaring the fans out the way. Oh, charge it. Huge shoulder block takedown there. And the Monster Among Men is standing tall as the referee counts Lashley. That's a nice AJ Styles t-shirt.
You're a nice thing. And Lashley back to his feet. Well, Strowman's going to end it now with a power slam.
Lash Strowman and slamming him through the barricade, but the other way to what we're used to seeing.
My God, he nearly hit his head in the back of the steps as well. Lashley somehow get to his feet before Braun Strowman.
Because here's the one that speared Braun Strowman through barricade.
Yeah, but when you think about all the punishment that they've taken in this match.
Well, both men are up before the 10 count, so this match will continue.
Well, Seth Rollins got many nicknames, but can Lashley be the monster slayer here tonight? And at the moment, I can't see last time I remember Braun Strowman manhandled like this.
Oh, as he sends Strowman back first into the edge of the ring.
And now Lashley just waiting for Strowman to get up.
Well, it looks like Lashley's ready to charge as soon as Strowman makes it to his feet.
Lashley seems to be enjoying himself at the moment.
Oh, now Lashley's going to take a leaf out of Strowman's book, and he's doing a lap of the ring to build up some speed as he shoulder blocks Strowman over the announce table and then tips it on top of him. It worked for Del Rio against Big Show.
Well, can Strowman, true that, can Strowman get to his feet, or is it all over?
I noticed that they've gone for this angle because the other angle, Strowman could easily roll out underneath it.
Yeah, you can see Strowman. There you go. And Strowman is up before 10.
Well, I think Bobby Lashley thought he had it there, but it's going to take a lot to keep the monster down. As Lashley jumps over barricade, but gets caught by Strowman and thrown into the foreign announcers table.
Ming Ao nearly got taken out.
It's Sean Deng and Ming Ao, oh yeah.
Oh my God, the power of Strowman there.
Well, he used Lashley's momentum against him and just sent the big man flying. At the count of 8, Lashley is up to his feet somehow. But Strowman, I think he can smell that Lashley's hurt. And he's lucky because Funaki would have kicked the shit out of him. You got a flash fan in the crowd. Bro.
And Strowman looks absolutely out of it, hoping Lashley can't get to his feet.
I think Strowman's trying to poke his innards back into his body. Oh no, Lashley again targeting the injured left-hand side of Strowman's ribs. They use a trash can across the back. Is Strowman just taking the time to rest, or can he just legitimately not get up yet?
Far away look in his eyes.
Strowman has beaten the count and responds with a huge uppercut to Lashley.
And Strowman just booting Lashley. I mean, I don't know how this is going to end if they've already speared each other through the barricade. They'll be fighting all over the place.
Well, neither man's refusing to give up. And Lashley just calling Strowman on. He delivers a big boot to the chest.
Fair play, Lashley, calling on Strowman.
And again keeps getting up to his knees. But Strowman as quick as he can get up.
Oh my word, Lashley in trouble there.
Now they're fighting back into the fans. Going up some stairs again.
Oh, Lashley throws a plant in the way and Strowman gets rid of him. Oh, there's more of them. Oh, stop overreacting, you prick. Oh, that ruined it a little bit, but it's right.
As he gets ref. And a chair shot to the back of Lashley. Drops him down.
Well, the fans who thought they ain't get the best seats in the house have definitely turned now with Strowman and Lashley on their laps. Oh my God.
Strowman wondering what he's going to do to take Bobby Lashley out.
Well, if you see Strowman outside in your garden nicking a gate, don't worry, because he might take offence. Trying to do with Lashley.
Well, he's struggling to pick him up, but I think his injuries have kind of ailed him a bit. But Lashley fighting back, but a huge uppercut from Strowman regains control.
Oh my God, Strowman's got Lashley. And a power slam. You can't do this, Strowman.
Well, it looks like he's going to.
On concrete.
Oh! Both men have disappeared out of camera shot.
I mean, they must have fallen at least 15 feet.
At least 20 foot to the dark below.
My God, that's a big crash, Matt.
Strowman stirring, managing to get to his feet.
Go on, punch through it. And you see dub chant, the referee counting. Come on, Strowman, been a monster. But
5.
Well, this match looks like it's going to end in a draw. Referee 7. Hey! Hulk lives.
Strowman's alive. No sign of movement for Lashley at the 10 count. And Braun has won this match in what I thought was a very fucking entertaining match. Both guys at points seemed very, very unstoppable. Fighting all over the arena. I think they spent a total of 30 seconds actually in the ring itself, which is what you like to see between these two monsters brawling, especially kind of like the pre-story that they've given us, you know, spearing through sets and so on and so forth. And hopefully this is the monster among men push that Strowman is coming back to.
Without doubt, they showed these two guys at their best, and that's all you can want, really. I mean, Lashley did lose, but he looked great in defeat. As for Strowman, is it time now? Is it going to be the next step towards the main event? I don't know, but what a war that was between Strowman and Lashley, last man standing. It means we both get another point, so it's 6-all after our 7th match. Heading into the next one, and Strowman celebrates.
Can't we come match, and then we're both on for a perfect score.
All right. AJ Styles interview backstage, and he seems confident with a club by his side. We know how all that ends, ladies and gentlemen. But up next, it is the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line. Triple threat. It's going to be New Day versus
Heavy Machinery
versus
Rowan.
Rowan. Yeah, that's better. Oh, Dan. Here comes Heavy Machinery, one of your favourite tag teams.
Absolutely. Are they not one of yours?
Yeah, well, I'm not a huge fan of Tucker Knight, but I do like the Doze.
Oh, I love the Doze.
Can't
all
beat
about
him.
the Doze.
Look at that. Here comes Otis, ready for action.
Ready, mate? Ready, mate?
We're just over halfway through the pay-per-view.
So I have gone for, in this match, let's get predictions out of the way nice and early.
Hang on, which ones are my Forge predictions, which I just pulled out from inside my book?
I've gone Bryan and Rowan in this match.
I too have gone for Rowan.
What are your thoughts behind Rowan winning this one?
I don't think they've achieved all they can do as tag team champions. I still think there's obviously a lot more left for. I think there's a lot more left for Daniel Bryan to bring to this tag team division, and again, you know, it's only elevating Eric Rowan, the Planet's tag team champion. You know, he hasn't even hemped the belt yet.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, you know what he did to the WWE Championship, so looking to defend it here. And to be fair, I don't think titles change hands in triple threat matches that often, so that's what I've gone Rowan for as well. And Charles Robinson, even though he might be out of pocket a little bit, he is still in this match.
Well, you know, I'm sure a person like Charles Robinson is insured. He is the nature ref. Woo!
Well, if he's like the nature boy, he'd piss it all up against the fucking wall, wouldn't he? So, no, I mean, Ric Flair's a legend. Just not with looking after money, I suppose. But tag team titles, oh la la. Dan, what are your thoughts on the SmackDown tag team division?
Well, you know, going back to Ric Flair, he loses half of his fortune every time he gets divorced 8 times. So, you know, he's got about a 16th of his fortune left.
Yeah, bet many world titles he's had, though, fair play. SmackDown tag team division, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, you know, there is obviously a huge amount of talent. Especially, you know, we bigged up the New Day when we was bigging up Usos earlier. You know, they're obviously in very similar leagues. Xavier Woods and Biggie, 2 great wrestlers. Daniel Bryan, everyone knows exactly what he's capable of. And sorry, I can't keep a straight face. Otis is on the apron and he's wiggling his legs and shaking the rope, bringing focus to him. Yeah, Daniel Bryan, we absolutely know exactly what he's capable of. Eric Rowan, you know, we've seen him as a Bludgeon Brothers, part of the Wyatt family as well. You know, he is a solid worker. You know, you can't take that away from him. And Heavy Machinery, we seen him run roughshod over NXT, and they was brought up very quickly from the developmental league, but I definitely think they're worthy of holding their own in the ring.
Yeah, but there's not that many tag teams on SmackDown. I think therein lies the problem. But and also on Raw, yeah, you got the Revival. But I mean, who are they going to go against next? Is it the Club? You know, but the Club are heels, so that won't work out. Or if, even with the Usos, they come across SmackDown, can we watch another New Day versus Usos match?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, of course you can, but I'm saying, talk about trying to build a tag team, or maybe I don't know if it's time to put the tag team titles together. I don't know if there's that many great or the way tag teams being used, main focus.
I definitely think we'd have a lot more options, if you had the tag team titles merged together, but the thing about this era is there are a lot more genuine tag teams because, you go back in a day and, you get a random pairing team up and they win the tag team titles. But, aside from Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, but they're seeming like they're less and less a random pairing of wrestlers to team up for the tag team titles. So, it is good in that way. But I do miss, a random pairing put together to win the tag team titles.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that these do, like you said, as Tucker Knight just gets thrown outside by Rowan, and he's just showing his power, and that's where Rowan take over now, I suppose.
Well, he is the powerhouse of the team. Heavy Machinery have two powerhouses. New Day have one in Big E, and Eric Rowan is the planet's champions. Rowan, heavy man.
Well, the thing is, though, with Woods, is like he's the smallest guy in there because they are pretty big guys, and even Bryan, yeah, he's small, but because of his accomplishments and who he is, doesn't seem, do you know what I mean, because he's quite a main event talent.
Yeah, well, one guy out of this 6 has won the WWE Championship, and it's one of the smallest guys in there.
And to be fair, I think with Rowan, yeah, they're trying, but I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
I'd rather have him had Luke Harper as a partner.
But I do love Big E as well. We talk about his reaction and his looks. I mean, he was sitting fucking with his legs out open, waiting for the tag team champions to come out. And it's Bryan and Rowan going to isolate Woods and causing all sorts of pain to Xavier Woods.
So who, we both think that Rowan are going to win here. So who eats the pin? Will it be Heavy Machinery or will it be New Day? I think
it will be Heavy Machinery because, like I said, they're a young tag team, but I think they've still got a chance to recover, and I think maybe a program between New Day and Rowan towards SummerSlam might be the kind of the best way for it to go.
But with the likes of New Day, because they've had so many title runs, they could shake a loss a lot easier than Heavy Machinery would, because they came up short when they challenged for them before. So this, I think it would be New Day to eat the pin. It
all depends on the kind of plans, like you said, afterwards, where they want to kind of go with it, who they want to get in there and see who's next for Bryan. I mean, it would be quite fun in a weird way to have, even though Harper's kind of, on the bad list now, have him get a tag team partner, not like Bryan, but someone a little bit smarter and say, oh, here's me with my new tag team now. Let's go for the tag team titles.
And you can have a good standoff with Rowan and Harper. And
even eventually leading back to them two screwing over Bryan.
Yeah, sorry, shut up. Otis is in the ring. And he's just running through Daniel Bryan, taking him down. Oh, yeah! As he picks up the much smaller man, spins round with him, and back the other way. Oh, a huge slam there. Dizzying Bryan before slamming him down. And he's starting to get himself a bit of momentum. Bryan looks for a kick, but he just gets caught. And a lovely fisherman's belly-to-belly overhead suplex. A huge slam in the corner.
Hey!
And Bryan with a Ric Flair bump. Charles Robinson's like, I see what he did there, I like it.
Uh-oh, does that put him in position?
Oh, Caterpillar. Otis is feeling it. I'm feeling it. Go on, son. Oh. Oh. Wee. 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 Oh, yeah.
One of the strangest looking things.
As he tags in Tucky.
I look to put him away.
Slingshot into a hip lock takedown to the cover, but Bryan managing to kick out. Backdrop there. Big E gets a tag in. Belly to belly. Runs the ropes. Big splash, but Knight gets his knees up. Tags in Big Doze.
Uh-oh, and they look to put Big E away.
Big Otis and Big E.
And maybe looking for the trash compactor to finish things.
Tucker's gone up top. Oh, suplex into a cross body. Tucky with a pin. 1, 2, no. Eric Rowan.
And just the power of Rowan picking Tucker Knight up with ease.
Spinning heel kick. Woods in from behind trying to toke out Rowan, but just gets thrown off easily.
And Rowan now with a head of steam.
Taking a page out of his former Wyatt buddy's book with a running crossbody. Brian with the knee off the apron. I think Woods is out. But Big E eliminating Rowan from the Royal Rumble. Looks to go flying. Spears Brian off the edge of the ring apron.
My God.
Oh, Bubba. Otis is in the ring.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dear.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, the big man.
Go on, Otis.
You can't,
You can do it, Otis. Oh, he's feeling it.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Oh. Nope. Steps through the ropes and jumps off and just takes out Big E, Woods and Rowan.
Oh, my God. All these men are down.
And Tucker Knight surveying the scene. He's going up top.
Oh, you crazy Tucker.
Flying cross body to Rowan and Big E. Let their bodies hit the floor.
When we talk about former NXT people, of course we know about Heavy Machinery. Big E, former NXT champion in his own right. But he might be in serious trouble now.
The compactor. Boom.
Got new tag team champions.
1, 2. No.
Oh.
Woods in for the save. Yeah, well, you know, Austin Creed from NXT. Heavy Machinery obviously came from NXT. Even Daniel Bryan spent a little bit of time in NXT before coming up with Nexus.
Yeah, it was in the first season of that. And oh my God, Dozovic takes out Woods, and it's been all Heavy Machinery.
Now Rowan's in. He's got the goal, something or other.
Got the claw.
The Iron Claw.
The claw.
Heavy Machinery, though, with a machinery turtle.
Well, they're using their bodies.
And they're just taking turns at running into Rowan. Dozovic and Knight are just splashing the hell out of Rowan.
Oh, Rowan's not there to help. He won't be able to help Daniel Bryan out.
Pop quiz, who are the legal men?
Big E and I'll say Daniel Bryan. I think.
Oh, dear. Well, Tucker Knight and Otis Dozovic there.
Out of second rope.
And Rowan in a very prone position. So Big E's going to come in with a sunset powerbomb, isn't he? There he is.
Yeah, there's Big E.
He's looking for the powerbomb.
Here he comes. But
Daniel Bryan's got a blind tag. But Big E's just powerbombed both Otis and Knight.
Well, Heavy Machinery are out of it. Rowan's on top.
Well, the commentators are telling us that Daniel Bryan has tagged in, but I don't think that's a secret they should have kept to themselves.
Yeah, make it a little bit more
surprising.
Oh my God, Big E struggled to get up, but did. But here comes Bryan.
Off top, flying goat headbutt. LeBell locked in on Big E.
He's got it in, middle of the ring, Big E in all sorts of trouble.
Oh, Bryan pulling back of us on Big E. And now he's got the arm wrenched back as well.
I think if Big E wanted to tap, he couldn't. And he folds him up like a pretzel.
And Big E trying to wiggle his way to the bottom rope. Doing everything he can. And Big E's got his body under the rope, managed to evade Bryan's submission.
And Daniel Bryan looks furious.
Oh, that's just pissed off the goat.
And he's going to look to put away Big E now.
And Big E looks a bit worse for wear. And the yes kicks.
And the kicks to Big E, but
I think they just woken him up.
Oh my God, that didn't work.
And Big E's telling Bryan to do it, who slaps him. And this is the Big E that we haven't seen since he was a heel, really.
Is it Daniel Bryan's job to make the New Day? Do you know, as in, oh my goodness.
Oh, he gets clotheslined inside out by Big E. He pulls the straps down, and when the straps come down, James, we know it means business. Irish whips Bryan into the corner. Gets caught by Big E. Up for the big ending. Tags in Woods.
And Woods up now. He's got him.
Boom. Midnight hour. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
And it's not only Kofi that's beaten Daniel Bryan for a title, but it is now the new tag team champions, the New Day.
My God, a New Day win. And Bryan absolutely made Big E there, that closing that sequence. Really great stuff. My God, has Bryan got that written into his contract? New Day are champions again. Like, I cannot believe that, Dan. What do you think of the match?
Well, can I just say, first and foremost, that by Freebird rules, Kofi is now the WWE champion and SmackDown tag team champion. But yeah, that match, absolutely fucking brilliant. It's kind of protected Heavy Machinery a bit. Maybe they go with New Day Heavy Machinery, or they go with Bryan versus Heavy Machinery. I don't know, but yeah, what can I say? Non-stop action. There was no slows in the action. It was basically finger on the fucking pulse all the way through, which what I love from a tag team match.
No doubt, and this is all it was, and I'm surprised Bryan lost. And what of Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan now? Like, where do they go from here? It's an interesting time. I mean, it's I'm shocked by it, and I mean, we both don't get a point because we both went Bryan, so it is 6-all still after 8 matches. But wow,
Roman.
A New Day are 6-time tag team champions. Fair play to the New Day, and they are definitely happy about this.
Well, it's a New Day. Yes, it is.
Oh, God. All right, up next, it's the United States title on the line. It's AJ Styles versus Ricochet. And AJ Styles coming out here with the club, side by side again. Dan, what do you thought the build-up to this match?
I'm very happy to see a resurged club. I think that's very good. It's only going to elevate Anderson and Gallows. And, we were talking about tag teams and Gallows and Anderson. I mean, they are an absolute brilliant tag team. I definitely think they could have another tag team title run in them.
Yeah, but this is a problem at the moment on Raw, the Revival being champions, it'd be 2 heel teams, wouldn't it? So, like I said, the club do need more airtime, but it's good to see him backed by AJ Styles. But it's been interesting with your mate Ricochet, isn't it?
It has been, yeah. We see Ricochet defeat AJ Styles 2 weeks ago, clean as a whistle on Raw. And then he faced off against Gallows and Anderson, beat them both straight up before a beatdown by the club ensued after 2 weeks ago and last week as well. AJ Styles has got the club by his side here, but shush. And that belt does suit Ricochet, though, doesn't it? It looks good around his chiselled waist.
Well, I concur, and I think Ricochet has a chance to become a real household name, not only WWE, but with the United States title. And if the rumours are true that Ricochet's getting a push, then there is no better time when it's a 3-on-1 situation that you come out on top. And this is what's going to make Ricochet. If he loses this, then his future as a main event it's got to be questioned because to hot shot it to AJ Styles so quickly, I think would be a mistake. I have gone Ricochet.
Well, you say, losing a title, but losing it against the likes of AJ Styles, a man who, made an impressive debut, and he has just gathered and gathered and gathered since making his debut in 2016. He's won the title on a couple of occasions, had absolutely great runs with it. He's a WWE World Heavyweight Champion, for God's sake. So, on that note, I'm going to go with AJ Styles. So, for the first time in these predictions, James, we have gone different. Will it pay off? It's a risk.
Oh.
But will it pay off? And we see the club beating down Ricochet before the bell even starts.
Well, that's the point of that. So, Ricochet, it was non-title match against AJ Styles on Raw, wasn't it?
No, the title was on the line. That's why Ricochet won clean as a whistle.
So the title was on the line. All right. So at least he's had one successful title defence if he loses here tonight. What a great champion he is. Loses it last month at a pay-per-view, loses it the following month. Yeah, they can't. Ricochet is a fantastic athlete. Finger and bum notwithstanding. He is great in what he does in the ring. This should be a cracking encounter for these two men as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But, I'd like to see it as clean as a whistle, the club getting involved. That's all right, you only keep winning ones anyway. Ricochet with an Irish whip reversed by AJ. Rolls over the back of him, ducks underneath a clothesline attempt. Lovely head scissors takedown and nip up from Ricochet. And a drop kick straight on the button. And this is what you can expect from these two guys, a match where the pace barely slows down as the pace slows down.
Well, who would ever thought that we would see a Ricochet versus AJ Styles match on a WWE pay-per-view even like 3 years ago?
Well, when we started this podcast, and you told me that, down the line, in less than 5 years' time, we would see Ricochet versus AJ, I would have said, James, get your finger out your ass, you're talking shit. But now I'll just say, James, get your finger out your ass. I can smell shit.
Yes, exactly. You're just like Ricochet. Will I be a loser here tonight, or will I be a winner? That is the question. Will I be like Ricochet, or not?
It's safe to say that my predictions tonight thus far have been safe, because we have gone for the same one. But this one was just a risk. And the loss I'm facing at the moment, 7-2, I think...
You've got to take risks.
You've got to take risks, yeah,
and
exactly.
that's why I've gone Baron Corbin in the main event.
Do I see a cash-in card there poking out your pocket?
No, you can't handle cash. Can I handle my cash-in card?
You handed it in a few weeks ago for the first episode of SmackDown Live on Fox. Remember that?
That's true, yeah. Well, Ricochet's broken the LED screen. That's a shame. He took out AJ Styles, though. Lovely moonsault.
Oh, but AJ throws Ricochet's shoulder first into the ring post.
And this is the cocky, aggressive AJ Styles that we wanted to see for so long now as well.
So we've only got 4 matches left after this. So, yeah, 3 matches after this.
And AJ Styles would have chopped to Ricochet sitting back the corner. AJ's beating the piss out of Ricochet since the very start of this, thanks to the bar.
Thanks to the club bar. Jesus Christ! AJ Styles had just thrown Ricochet with such force that Ricochet ended up upside down in the corner.
And Ricochet in all sorts of trouble now with AJ Styles, who's just going on the attack. And come on, the face getting beaten up for the majority of the match and then pulling out a victory in the end there.
Oh, Ricochet's going to get a victory, isn't he, the cunt? If he does, James, I'm going to stick a finger up your bum. Oh, and Styles just kicking the shit out of Ricochet, who, apart from his quick start, has been unable to find any traction in this match. AJ wisely keeping him grounded, thus eliminating his high-octane offense.
And now Ricochet trying to fight back from AJ Styles.
So, is there, you're a man of wrestling, James, is there actually a Bullet Club about anymore?
Yeah, it's a Bullet Club in Japan, yeah.
Because it doesn't seem to get heard of, I heard a lot about it when AJ Styles was there, when Nakamura was there, when Finn Balor was there, and even when Cody, the Young Bucks, and Omega was there.
Yeah, it's still part of the New Japan, but it's like bad luck fable now, and people that you probably got kind of real mainstream, but it's a story that continues. But this is, that New Japan have not allowed WWE to use that gimmick. They could have sold it, but like you said, instead of keeping it as intellectual property, now WWE knows that it fucking feels for a change, so...
Yeah.
And now Ricochet trying to fight back, but every time he does, AJ's just knocking him down.
But they're managing to use the club and the Balor. Oh, fucking very agile from Ricochet there, using Styles' chest for his catching him with a step-up enziguri.
And he's knocking him down, but not knocking him out. And Ricochet's still in this one, and AJ was a little bit stunned. But these two guys have got sudden offense.
Quick as a hiccup. Ricochet ducking a clothesline attempt, hitting a huge running forearm. Oh, lovely head scissors takedown. Ricochet trying to kick it up a gear. He charges towards Styles, shoulder into the corner. Bouncing AJ's head off the turnbuckle and then just kicking the underside of it.
And you can hear the impact there. Now Ricochet going flying.
Taking out the club before they even thought about getting involved. Very wise from Ricochet, but you don't want to take your eyes off AJ Styles for too long. Springboard moonsault.
Come on,
such agility.
1, 2.
And Styles managing to kick out.
Motherfucker. Well, which way will this go? Ricochet might have evened the playing field. Trying to pick AJ up on his shoulders, but AJ dropping down.
Ricochet with the Irish whip. Styles with the elbow up, though, catching the charging in Ricochet. Springboard moonsault. But Ricochet turns it around with a lovely fisherman suplex. Rolls through into a lovely suplex to the cover. 1, 2. No.
Well, AJ managing to kick out. And Ricochet expending all amount of energy, trying to put Styles away. And now Ricochet, who's in great shape, we should mention. And Styles, they saw him coming in, throws him to the outside.
Ricochet immediately up to his feet in the corner. Going to springboard in, but gets caught by AJ onto his shoulders. Oh, a fireman's carry neck breaker. And Styles hurt his own knee against the back of Ricochet's head.
Oh, poor Styles' knee. But Ricochet, whilst he's got breath in his body, he's still in this one. And even though you don't go for your man, I am going to still support Ricochet.
So who did you go for in your man, Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon against the Graveyard Dogs?
Who did you go for in your Randy Orton match? Oh, wait, no, Randy Orton didn't have a match, did he? No. And Ricochet now looking to put AJ Styles down. Sends him on the apron. Sends him on the apron, and Ricochet going to look to come back in.
Swings his way in, but fucking hell. A violent suplex into the corner, and AJ Styles into the cover, but Ricochet managing to kick out.
Ricochet struggling to get up, and Styles now stalking him. Come on, Ricochet!
That's a girl's name!
And Styles going to look to put him away.
He's up in a TKO position.
That's it.
No,
Roll him up.
Ricochet 2. Oh. No, Styles kicked out.
Oh.
Catching him. Oh, an inverted DDT.
Yeah, reverse DDT low. Ricochet shoulder up at 2.
2. So AJ Styles getting frustrated here, not sure what it can take to put Ricochet away.
And now Styles, maybe Styles clash.
Ricochet managing to get out of it.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen anybody quicker than AJ Styles. I think Ricochet definitely might be, as AJ then turns the pace up himself.
Looking for his phenomenal forearm.
Oh no, come on Ricochet.
Go on AJ. Oh no, Ricochet. Styles catches him. Face first into the mat. 1, 2.
Oh.
No. Kick out.
Well, the cocky cover couldn't get it done. And the club's still at ringside looking on.
Looking for the Styles clash perhaps.
And now Ricochet
No.
turns it into a Hurricane Runner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only a 2 count.
2. Well, Ricochet thought he had him there. Couldn't get it done. Both men are down now. Now both men just slugging it out now. And look at this, just an absolute brawl between these two. Fantastic stuff. Rights and lefts exchanged. Dueling chants now as well. Ricochet trying to block. And that kind of hulked him up a little bit.
Show of a few unanswered shots to Styles. This AJ with his quick offense. Left, right, spinning back elbow. But Ricochet catches him with step up enziguri. Then it's AJ's turn with a Pele kick. But Ricochet managed to turn it around into a lovely swinging net breaker.
Oh my goodness.
Styles with a brain buster. 1, 2, no. Just a 2 count.
2. Well, neither men. They just seemed connected there. Well, Styles looks to be getting frustrated, and maybe the only way, well, we know the only way he thinks he can beat the one and only is with the club in his corner. But can Ricochet fight off?
Me man club. We hit you over head with club.
And now Styles setting him up on that top turnbuckle.
What was that I hear you saying, James? Another Extreme Rules match and no stipulation for it.
Stipulation. And another NXT connection, former North American champ.
And AJ Styles.
And Styles, who, yeah, was too good for NXT, apparently.
Indeed.
And now maybe a superplex attempt, but Ricochet blocking it. Well, Styles down, falls hard, and now Ricochet gonna look, try and put away. No. Styles jumps up, but Ricochet hangs him up on that top rope. And now Ricochet looking to come off the top with a springboard.
Absolutely picture perfect from Ricochet.
And a shooting star press, goes for the cover.
No.
Oh,
AJ Styles' foot was underneath the ropes.
because fucking
Well
Carl
spotted,
Anderson.
Carl Anderson.
He put it there.
He spotted it.
Where's the official letting this go on when there's 2 guys at ringside?
Because they haven't got involved and he hasn't said,
Well, have they got
you're out of here.
Where's their manager's license?
Of course they got manager's
Well,
license.
as long as I see it.
I've seen it. It's alright, don't worry.
Well, Ricochet had the job done there, and now he's going to put it in
Like, his
position.
foot was already under the ropes. Anderson didn't even touch him. You can see in that replay.
Are you kidding me? You just see him move that leg.
He didn't touch it.
Ricochet going to go up. What's Anderson now,
He's
leg?
just running towards Ricochet to tell him to have a safe flight, but Ricochet obviously thought he was coming in to injure him.
Oh, this is bullshit. You can't. This is tainted.
Make sure he's okay, ref.
Oh,
Make sure
look.
he's okay.
Gallows hangs him up.
Ref, Ricochet just slipped. I saw him.
Oh, yeah. He's your mate, and you're accepting this.
He wanted to feel the ring post up his bum.
Oh, shit.
He said his finger wasn't enough.
Oh, shit. Even the crowd don't like that crap.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Ricochet on that second. Oh, shit.
Styles clash off the second.
You motherfucker.
1, 2, 3. What was that, James? And new United States champion AJ Styles.
You fucker. Oh, my God.
Without further ado, as request per me, what are the scores on the doors, Marjorie?
Well, we'll talk about the match first, because...
No. Let's talk about the scores.
No. Match first. Was a good match, ruined by outside interference, really. I think it would have been a higher mark for me. And, like I said, Ricochet, don't lose after your first title defense. You don't lose when the numbers are against you. That's just, it doesn't, just doesn't work out for you. What are your thoughts on the match, Dan? I bet you fucking loved it, didn't you?
I thought it was an absolutely brilliant match, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Taking away the face in peril side of things, we've already seen Bayley overcome that, so, to see it twice in a night would just be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, it would be ridiculous. As the man who hasn't even had a proper fucking successful title defense.
Let me speak.
You've not talking shit.
Ricochet, he's not losing to just anyone, you know. If he was losing to a cruiserweight tomorrow night on Raw, I'd be really disappointed. But he's not. He's losing to AJ fucking Styles, a man with credibility behind his name, a former WWE champion, a man who, since his debut, has just fucking absolutely shone in WWE. So, to lose against Styles, with the numbers against him,
makes him look like a fucking idiot.
It. No.
It makes him look like an idiot.
Shut up, James.
It does. It does. You're
no,
wrong.
it makes you look like an idiot because, as I was saying before, I do believe I've got 1 point over you now.
Oh, well done. Well done. You have one more.
Yeah.
You have 1 point. Yeah, it's 7-6 now to you, but there are still like 3 matches left, and you're going to trip up, all right? Because I am undefeated, and that's the way it's going to fucking stay. We move on to Kevin Owens just stunnering everybody in sight as well. And that'll be our next match. It's Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler.
Bow.
So Kevin Owens has been hilarious on social media recently. And he's been saying a lot of people aren't being involved in match, including people like Oscar, Buddy Murphy,
Authors of Pain,
Kari Sane,
Billy Kidman,
Headbanger Mosh,
Mike Kanellis.
Well, Dolph Ziggler is responding to that and saying, I'm better than Shawn Michaels and Kevin Owens. So, I mean, he's got a bit of beef to pay. But is this the new Kevin Owens character that we're seeing, Dan? Do you like it?
Yes, the new Kevin Owens. It is a heel versus heel kind of situation here. But it seems like Kevin Owens is kind of targeting Shane McMahon and taking in a KO pipe bomb, as it were. Is he transitioning into an Austin-esque heel face?
I think that's what it is, you know. We've definitely seen it as these two men just jacking in the beginning. And Ziggler slaps Owens. And
Boot to the gut. Stunner. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, prediction-wise, I've gone for Kevin Owens.
I went Kevin Owens as well. What do you think of the match?
I'll tell you what, end-to-end match. You know, again, it was full of false finishes. Multiple times in that match, I thought Dolph Ziggler was going to take it and get the victory. But before that, Kevin Owens had just grabbed the mic. So what has he got to say about this?
Well, that was brilliant for Owens. So what did Owens say then, Dan?
Well, Kevin Owens dropping a bit of truth on us all, you know, saying that he came out here, he's expecting to be fired or even suspended. You know, but every time Shane McMahon gets a match and takes time away from people that deserve it a lot more, then Kevin Owens gets more pissed off. And, you know, he's saying, look, him himself, everyone in the back, all the fans and everyone at home say, look, Shane McMahon could just kiss my ass and go to hell.
Yeah, without that. And it's just building towards an Owens Shane McMahon match, I think it is. And also, it's helping WWE out, because when people are me off the product, I don't like Shane, they can cut out someone like Owens and say, well, I think exactly the same thing, and play it as a storyline. So I think it's quite clever in a weird way. But that means it's 8-7 after that.
Can I just call a bold prediction now? Not for any points, because like I need them. But say about SummerSlam, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens to take Shane McMahon out. So if Shane McMahon loses, he's gone. Kevin Owens loses, he's gone.
Well, no, to stretch it out until Survivor Series, won't they have a winner take all? And I reckon an Owens Shane McMahon street fight though would be interesting. But up next, it's the WWE title on the line, and it's gonna be Samoa Joe versus Kofi Kingston, and here come the trumpets. Bam, bam, bam.
So after Samoa Joe's kind of shock loss to Ricochet, he's now got himself a heavyweight championship match.
Well, it's weird how it worked out. We just see Joe meaning business with a promo just before as he come out here. Losing the United States title, and then just kind of happy stunts coming across Kofi Kingston on stage and taking him out with the cleaner clutch, and just basically sending a statement. This is kind of more personal than it is everything. We talked about, weirdly enough, Joe last month being main event material. He is now in the main event for the WWE title. And it's good to see him. And also in connection to call Samoa Joe, he is the reason we started watching NXT in the first place.
Yes, I vaguely remember a section. We kind of put it together for, what was his name? Jason? Joseph?
Darrod? I want to say...
J something or rather, anyway. But
did we give him a J? Jason. don't know.
Jason, Joseph, Joshua. It was a weird name. Yeah, we kind of put it together because he was a huge fan of Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe wasn't even heard of in WWE terms. He came in, we started Joe Watch, and Joe's kind of, since leaving NXT, he's kind of gone a bit lackluster.
Yeah, he's always come up short feud with AJ Styles for the WWE Championship, and like I said, didn't get the job done. Kofi's come out here with pancakes and every title reign, even though with Ziggler and now Joe, it's kind of put upon, but it's nice to have a little bit of a change. And I think Kofi's been a great WWE champion as well.
Yeah, but again, no disrespect to Samoa Joe, but I'll still say, if Kofi wins here, he still needs to prove himself against a WWE stalwart.
Well, it's going to be interesting because Kofi, getting through a bit like Seth Rollins, even Becky Lynch getting through to SummerSlam as champion, holding it since WrestleMania as well. It'll be interesting to see who their opponents will be for the event as we get the introductions. And Dan, who have you gone for in this match?
I have gone for Kofi Kingston.
Kofi. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe got a victory here just to make a statement, but I have gone for Kofi Kingston as well in this match.
What do you think? It's good, isn't it?
I like the WWE title logo. It's not. Where we go, bell rings, and Kofi going to go and attack straight away.
Oh, running in with a drop kick to Joe, sending back to the corner, but Joe kind as only a pissed off submission machine would with a clothesline out of the corner. He picks Kofi up and just starts teeing off with a huge right hand to the jaw.
Oh,
Kofi midsection and just drops Kofi to the mat.
So I was going to say Kofi has not faced anything like Samoa Joe, so he's got to be careful, especially in this situation. Joe's so dangerous, but can he actually win the big one, get the job done here tonight? It's come so.
And I'd happily accept Joe as WWE champ.
Yeah, like I say, if he was here to win tonight, yeah, it'd be a bummer Kofi losing, but to have it on Joe, it's a lot worse, people out there. And Kofi slapping Joe, but not really having much effect at the moment.
Now just choking Kofi Kingston out over the second rope. The ligament damage. But Kofi trying his best to fight out against Joe. And Joe just too tough for him and running straight through Kofi.
Well, we know about power. We know about submission. Technicality-wise, you've got to give Joe. But even with speed, Joe is a fast big man, isn't he,
He is indeed, yeah. Do you reckon Kofi's been training with Big E to try and kind of learn how to take a bigger man down?
I think without doubt, been working on being put in positions, trying to come back, having a picture freeze on you, these type of things. And Joe just trying to twist Kofi's head off, and it's been a great night for New Day, and it would put a downer on the party.
Well, it'd kind of be a bittersweet ending for New Day, wouldn't it, if Big E and Woods became tag team champions and Kofi kind of comes up short. But I can't see. I think the people, are they starting to wane on Kofi's title run?
It just needs to be more emotionally invested in what he's doing. It's like, if we're watching this now and we know Kofi's going to win, then where's the kind of... Well, you're going to cheer for him when he makes his comeback and gets a pin and stuff, but it's like the constant thing. There's not many wrestlers that can have that kind of throughout. It's obviously going to be hot for a period, but it's just trying to maintain that.
Absolutely, yeah. And the only time we've been kind of emotionally invested in Kofi is when he actually won it at WrestleMania. Since then, maybe match and Randy Orton came out of an arc out of nowhere, and he was kind of, just a constant thorn in Kofi's side.
Well, because at least the last time we saw Randy Orton, he won. Like Joe, he's just come from a United States title loss going into this one, and even with Ziggler, he's just gone from feuding with Kofi to losing in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So
and, with Joe, it's like he kind of beat Rey Mysterio for the title again. It's someone that you could legitimately beat, especially as a big man like Joe. Kind of got it back off Rey Mysterio, not beating him, but Rey Mysterio had to relinquish it. Yeah. Lost it to Ricochet, and then, as you say, he's kind of came out and made a statement against Kofi, choked him out, and that's kind of got him a title match.
But this is a problem with WWE and the way they book guys like this as well, because it's exactly the same with if McIntyre's put in a position where he has to face Kofi, that's great, but look at his track record of winning in feuds and matches. Joe, since he's come up to the main roster, has usually been on the losing end of feuds, hasn't he? Either way.
Well, he starts it off strong, he's always making statement after statement after statement, and then when it comes to the big one, he just can't get the job done.
So it'd be interesting to see how WWE actually try and change that. There's nothing wrong with having a face champion, but you just need stronger challengers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Pleased by that. But joint manipulation.
Manipulation. And then Joe just bouncing ahead of Kofi off the steel steps. And again, another match, and no stipulation in this.
No, there's only been one, like, what you call hardcore, and even that wasn't that hardcore.
Oh! But that is definitely hardcore. I think Kofi's missing a finger now. And, well, you know where that kind of went from, because Joe challenged Kofi, and he offered to shake his hand, and Kofi just flipped in the bird. So, you know, it's coming back to haunt him now.
And Joe seems to be enjoying this as well, the psychological and physical edge over his opponent. But there's one thing we know about, it's Kofi's heart and determination. Like I said, that moment at WrestleMania will live with us, and it lives inside Kofi as he will try to get back in this match.
Joe is dripping with sweat.
It must be very hot where they are. Well, either that or just a bigger man tonight's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know what it was like being under the lights when we was that close at wrestling. So.
God, that's awful. But you have to be front row to really appreciate that anyway.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyway, it's not about us, it's about Kofi trying to come back now with a chop.
But it's just that finger causing him a lot of trouble. Manages to hit a drop kick. Joe bounces off the ropes. Kingston ducks a clothesline and hits a jumping clothesline of his own. Joe doesn't know where he is. Manages to grab hold of the trunks of Kofi, throw him outside the ring, who lands on the edge of the apron. And now he's up top. Flying crossbody. 1, 2. No, Joe with a kick out.
Kofi now struggling with the injury. And like I said, the crowd not really behind him just yet. I mean, it's been quite a long night, but I think it's been enjoyable enough.
It has, yeah. The matches that we've seen have been solid. Joe with a Randy Orton-esque power slam, taking Kingston down, but only a 2 count.
2. Now Joe just manhandling Kofi.
Trying to get him up. Joe looking for a power bomb. Hits it to the cover, but Kingston turning round, and Joe with the STF.
And no one does it better than Joe.
Apart from John Cena.
With a transitioning.
Let me finish.
John
Cena's still a better transitioner.
Oh no, he's well. Who does it better than Joe with a crossface, Dan?
Chris Benoit.
I was going to say Cesaro, who we saw use it earlier, but Kofi now struggling for that bottom rope.
Just a toe tip away and managing to get his foot to the bottom rope.
Do you think he spray paints his boots, or do you think he gets them in that colour?
Custom.
And now Joe sarcastically clapping, but taking his eye off the Kofi ball.
If he catches it. SOS into a cover. Only a 2 count.
2. And that was a quick shoulder up there. As our boy Charles Robinson looking on.
Oh, Charles in charge. At least to ref a fair few matches to get his $55,000 back.
Yeah. Well, it might be trouble in paradise now for Joe.
No, he catches Kofi out of midair.
Well, if he drops with him, we've got a new champion. Kofi's struggling. I think realises.
Kofi's in the corner, trying to flip over, but Joe slams him down. Running senton. 2.
Oh.
No.
My gosh, showed up at last second. Kofi is still in this match, and Joe can't believe it either. He had it scouted. I mean, how many times have you seen someone being pinned like that? Joe.
Yeah, well, he's been caught by it too many times. He's kind of learnt. He's evolving.
Once bitten, twice shy as he looks to put Kofi away now.
Begging Kofi to get out so he can drop him with that coquina clutch. Oh no, Kofi rolling through with a kick to the jaw. A huge elbow to the face stops Kofi's momentum. Runs into a second.
Oh my God, the jab from Joe's just so dangerous.
Kofi sidestepping. Trouble in paradise. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, Kofi is still champion. They are going down quite easily tonight though. I mean, Kofi getting the job done there. My word, Kofi is still your WWE champion. Beating Joe, that's quite a quick match as well in its own way.
It was relatively quick, and Joe went down far too easy again.
I know. It was all right. I mean, it didn't really build. I thought he was going to have another few minutes building up, but it just kind of ended abruptly. Not a bad match, though. Dan, what are your thoughts?
Well, it does kind of push Kofi Kingston over, really. Yeah, you know, it was a good, solid match between the two. You know, there wasn't really anything wrong with it. You know, I like the whole angle of kind of Joe working over the middle finger of Kofi after he'd stuck it out to. But yeah, you know, it was a abrupt ending.
Do you want to see Kofi v Joe for the title again, or a new challenger next pay-per-view?
A new challenger next pay-per-view.
Fair enough. Well, Joe's time might have come and gone. Kofi celebrating, and the New Day coming out here now and celebrating with their tag team titles, and what a party that will be.
And New Day hold all the gold.
And after that, points-wise, you're still 8-7 as we head it. No, it's 9-8 as we head into our last match of the night. Now, if we've gone different or not. If not, Dan, my streak is over. But before we get on that, it's the main event. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. Now, what have you thought of the build-up to this match?
I want this fucking rivalry to end. You know, for a couple of pay-per-views, Seth's beaten Baron Corbin. Last pay-per-view, Becky beat Lacey. So, what chance are they going to have teaming them up together against the man and Seth Rollins?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it, that they've actually done it like this. But still, you know, hopefully it ends up a lot better than maybe we think. Prediction-wise in this, believe it or not, I haven't gone for Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. I've gone for Rollins and Lynch. Dan, please tell me you've gone Baron Corbin.
I have gone for...
Sometimes you've got to take a risk.
Another calculated risk. And I've gone for Basie Kevins. No, I have gone for Seki to get the victory. So that does mean, James, I am the one in 7-1.
Well, it is a damn shame. It was a good run up until July, but what can you do? Just hope to recover through SummerSlam.
James, can you hear that? Now. Can you hear that?
What is it?
That is the winds of change. The tide is turning.
Well, that is it for pay-per-views until SummerSlam, but the NXT points will be on the line at the TakeOver events, and bonus points for the Breakout tournament as well. Plus, I stand my cashing card, unlike some people, all right, which I've said is going to happen on SmackDown as well. So there's plenty of points coming my way this second half of the year, all right? Anyway, you do win 7-3 overall on pay-per-views. Makes a whole lot of difference. As we see Becky Lynch coming out here now, the man is ready for action. So as we see Becky Lynch coming out here, the Raw, what are your thoughts on her title reign, Dan?
I don't know. It's because it's only been against Lacey Evans. So, you know, I'd like to see new challengers step up that aren't Lacey Evans or Charlotte Flair. You know, we've kind of wanted less Flair. We've been given that, but we've been given a carbon copy of Lacey Evans, just less talent.
Well, I'm exactly the same with Seth Rollins' Universal title reign. Like, give me anybody but Baron Corbin, you know?
But when and if Seth beats Baron Corbin tonight, will he change his name to the Wolf Slayer? Because he's a Beast Slayer at the moment.
He could.
You know, he went from the King Slayer to the Wolf to the Beast Slayer. Now can he be the Wolf Slayer?
I'd call myself the Baron Beater, to be fair.
Baron Beater, yeah, but I was thinking on the Slayer.
I know what you're saying. I was just being silly. I apologise. You winning has made you all so serious now, hasn't it?
It's given me a new level of intellect, actually.
Yeah. Well, the man is in the ring with Seth Rollins alongside her.
Do you think Seki. Do you think Seth goes, yeah, you the man, and I'm fucking you the man.
Peg me. Well, it's hashtag winner take all.
And James, at Extreme Rules, this is an actual extreme match as well.
It's an Extreme Rules match.
Yeah.
Yay.
God, the sassy Southern Belle.
And Corbin.
And Lacey Evans.
So it's winner take all. It's like an in your house main event.
But it's in James's house. Studio.
My studio house.
Log cabin.
Well, I can't tell you the location.
Oh, and showing her backside, trying to prepare herself for the match. Becky just comes straight off the bat, knocks her out the ring. Lacey trying to come on the attack again, but Becky just cutting her off, hip locking her into the ring.
Well, Extreme Rules, so that means anything goes, and that kick hit her hand then, but still, great
Must
camera
have hurt
angle.
her fingers.
Yeah,
and Lacey's tagged Baron Corbin in.
Are you into gender? No, I guess not. Rollins is in.
No, it is, once the tag's made, both partners have to change. It's like a swinging session I've been to.
And then Rollins with the right hand. I don't like talking about your past, though. And Seth getting dodged out of the way by Corbin, who would think after his 45th title opportunity might win one.
I mean, the man had a Money in the Bank briefcase, for God's sake.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
Unsuccessful in everything Corbin does, and now he's got the kendo stick.
Seth ducks it, clocks Corbin with a few rights, making him drop the kendo stick. Kendo or Singapore cane?
I like kendo stick. And now kick to the face by Rollins, who comes back in.
Swing blade. Used to be called a switchblade until they realised it was. And Lacey Evans in. Tries attacking Rollins with a kendo stick, but Seth blocks it. Oh, hello. Lacey's rubbing the chest of Seth, pissing off the man. And by man, I mean Becky Lynch, not Seth Rollins, the man.
Well, Becky now has taken Lacey Evans to the woodshed.
And Seth's doing the same with Baron Corbin. The lovers share the ring and just carry on beating the fuck out of their significant partners.
And they empty the ring and it's just Lynch.
Oh, look, Becky's got a women's sized one and Seth's got a long man one. What?
What?
What? Kendo stick. Oh, and now we're going to see lovers duel suicide dives. Well, from Seth anyway. Becky done a baseball slide.
Yeah, but she is on the apron low, and Seth is going to fly again.
Becky taking out Lacey Evans. Seth taking out Corbin.
And this is just too easy for Rollins and Lynch.
It is cute to see that they're wearing matching outfits, though.
And Rollins now looking to suplex Corbin but can't get him up.
Corbin manages to power Seth up, who delivers a knee to the head. And now it's Seth again on the offense. Reversed by Corbin, but Seth hangs on. Huge elbow to the jaw. Is Seth going to go flying again? No, Corbin catching Rollins with a steel chair. Into the cover. 2. No. Only a 2 count.
2. Do you think WWE have it written down somewhere to go, right, okay, right, this is an Extreme Rules match, right? But what we're going to do, we're going to have a normal tag team match for about 15 minutes. And
until
then
all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, until that final 5 of the, like, we'll do anything then. But until then, they'll play by the rule. And even the referee will be like, you know.
Was it Survivor Series 2001? It was Dudley Boys in a cage match. And then it starts off all normal for the first few minutes. And then, again, all hell breaks loose. So it's like an Extreme Rules match. So anything goes, but you've got to tag in.
You got to tag in, yeah. And now Corbin with a chair to Rollins.
Beating away at Seth.
Well, weapon shots are definitely better than wrestling moves.
But do you remember, once upon a time, when you hit someone with a chair and you'd be able to pin them?
Back at, oh no, got another chair.
Well, Lacey Evans is obliging to Corbin's demands. Passing a couple of chairs. He's got them set up back to back in the middle of the ring. Corbin with a hand around the throat of Rollins.
Oh my God, he's going to try and choke someone on a chair.
No, Seth turns it into a sunset flip, into a pin, but only a 2.
2.
And catches Corbin with an elbow. Oh, no, looking to attack him with a chair. Oh, and Corbin with a DDT onto the chair. 2. No, only a 2 count.
2. Well, Rollins there got caught with a chair. I mean, it's the second best chair. You know, break. There you go. Just move out of the way. You don't want anybody to get hurt. And now Corbin again.
The top of the chair to the bottom of the spine of Rollins.
Top of the chair to you.
So say Seth or Becky does get pinned, will it put something into their relationship? I mean, like, you know, one's lost the other's title.
I think without a doubt. I think they're putting online, especially such a new relationship as well. So you could, you know, even in real life, like a year later, look back and think, oh, hang on a minute, look what we did.
Well, if I know women, and I do, they have a unique ability to bring up something that happened 2 years ago during an argument.
So when Seth Rollins is like with Charlotte Flair in a couple of years' time, remember that time you teamed up with Becky Lynch at Extreme Rules? Could be. Well, Corbin went running around the ring post as he always does.
Nothing but disdain from Rollins, who's kind of turned this match around, throwing Corbin headfirst into the chair.
This chair. And now Lynch is legal.
Yes, Becky has tagged herself in. Means Lacey's got to come in, and both women have got chairs. Becky went down low and kind of disarmed her.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, why not use a chair like a fucking baseball bat? Use the end of it. You can't get up and down properly otherwise.
Why not smack him over the point of the head?
Oh, no, well, maybe not in the face, but just like, you know. And now Lynch coming back in.
Oh, but Lacey managing to kick the chair away from Becky. The spinning heel kick to the gut kind of slows her down. And a bulldog over the chair set up in the ring. Becky set a couple of chairs up in the corner.
Tell me, Jesus Christ. Lynch
on top of it. Exploder suplex onto the chairs.
My God, and I think Evans is out. I don't think she actually had an offensive move in this match. Not that it matters really, because Lynch now put the chair on her.
She did stroke Seth Rollins' chest.
To be fair, she had an offensive move then.
Now Lacey with a chair set up on her chest. Becky off the second rope with a leg drop. Goes for the cover. No, but the sassy Southern Belle manages to kick out. Oh, it's a sassy Southern Belle.
I know, I tried to do it now. And now Lynch going up.
Do you think Lacey Evans sells used ring gear?
You'll have to Google it. As Lynch taking her time, going up, Corbin finally coming in.
Drags Lacey Evans to safety, but Seth Rollins comes across, takes Corbin out.
Chair to Corbin, he catches it.
Oh, and Becky off the top with a Van Daminator. And Seth eliminates Corbin and himself from the Royal Rumble.
But Evans somehow recovers.
Sweeps the leg out of Lynch. Over the top rope with an elbow drop. And Lacey's got internal bleeding.
And now Evans on that second turnbuckle. And now...
Oh, lovely springboard moonsault. 2. No, just a 2 count.
2.
Oh, I do declare, referee.
I seem to be bleeding.
She looks like she's fucked up with her lipstick.
Well, Lynch will look to fuck up Lacey Evans, but it's Evans at the moment.
Well, we're going to see a woman's right to the man.
Well, if she hits this, it's over. Lynch had it scouted, puts her in a disarmer, but no, Evans rolls her up. Lynch managed to kick out. Evans picking up Lynch, but Lynch there, reverse DDT.
A lovely inverted DDT from the last kicker.
She got over to the Beast Slayer.
The Wolf Slayer. King Slayer.
Well, Seth can't pin a woman because Corbin's down.
Seth! Get the tables!
Well, the biggest pop in this match so far. I love the two guys in the front giving tables a polite applause. Oh yeah, tables, isn't it?
Yes, he just pulled tables.
Yes, he has. Oh. There's 2 tables now.
Well, hopefully one of these took some sandwiches now, but he's got some tables set up.
Well, now, Rollins and Lynch.
Teamwork makes dream work. 1 or 2? 2's always better. Ask Ricochet when it comes to fingers up the bum.
Well, they're taking their time trying to get things done, and Lynch is going to give you a hand. You were struggling last time.
Well, the architect is building something here.
No. There you go. 1 for Evans, 1 for Corbin, but is it giving them time to recover?
Now, Corbin was crawling towards a chair, but Seth managed to cut him off. I think he's just got rammed back first into barricade, and Lacey Evans has done the same to Becky. And now Seth's been thrown into the timekeeper's area, and Becky's been thrown into the steel steps. And Jack Gallagher's on commentary in the German announce table.
Yeah, I think you're coming a bit too close to me. You come all over my face.
Oh, got the bit of height B.
Oh, hot cack on the floor. Oh my God, Corbin sending Rollins into the announce table.
He doesn't want the women's.
He don't want that kendo stick. He wants
the Mando stick. 2
kendo sticks.
Oh, he's going to do a drum solo on the back of Seth Rollins.
Corbin, he's either selling it really well or he's proper fucked up.
No, he's passing one off to the Southern Belle.
And Rollins in the wrong part of town. Oh, this is payback. Oh my God, I haven't seen a man and a woman whack off a bloke this bad in a long time.
You told me about that video you was watching last night.
Hey, no, talk about the... Oh, now Evans standing over Rollins. This is a bit like the video last night. Oh my God.
If only she whacked him in the tallywhacker.
Tally ho. And Evans now taking out on Rollins. And Corbin is just second. Why didn't I go Corbin? Corbin is seconds away from becoming Universal Champ.
He looks set to take Rollins for a ride. Lacey Evans is joining in on the fun.
Double choke slam. Oh my God, no, Evans.
No, she's just changed her mind to Becky. And the champs have eaten a choke slam. 1, 2, no.
Oh.
Just a couple of 2 counts.
2. Evans can't believe it.
Bad Baron. Oh, we've got the end of the match. 88.
Ginger community. Yet you know. And the tables are set up on the outside. And yeah, we may be tired. It may have been nearly a 5-hour show. But this match is nearly finished with Corbin taking down Rollins.
And Becky's down at the hands of Lacey Evans. There's pancakes
still there.
What a waste. James would go grazing across the floor.
I'll be over it. Those pancakes wouldn't have been there. Uh-oh, now we're going to see a double suplex to Seth Rollins by Corbin and Evans.
Oh, no. Seth managing to fight out. And Becky Lynch is going to help her man. And a suplex to Lacey and Corbin onto the steel ramp entrance way.
Oh, my God. And that is pure steel. That's bone on steel, and there's only one winner. Steel.
I think Baron Corbin needs to eat a couple of them pancakes because he's working for Kofi.
Corbin is in serious trouble.
And now Seki setting the table back up where it was previously.
No, Corbin has really fucked his leg up here. As Rollins now placing him on the table. The same with Lynch, with Evans.
And they share a knowing look towards each other.
Well,
What's going to go on here then?
What's going on here then? Well, this could be the end of the match. Lynch going up to the second. Rollins on the ring post.
Becky with a leg drop. Seth with a frog splash.
Oh my goodness. Lynch landed on Lacey Evans.
Cool, he landed on.
Well, Lynch and Rollins wouldn't have to be worried about coming off the top because, like you said, they had the body parts of Corbin and Evans to land on. And now Corbin going to get thrown in. And this is the end, surely.
Don't call me Shirley, but it does look like it. Corbin lying in a prone position to be stomped into the canvas. And I think that's what Seth's thinking. If I think he's thinking it.
If you think he's thinking, oh, well, I think you're thinking, then I think you're right. As he's looking to burn it down. Curb stomp.
No! Baron Corbin with a powerbomb turns Rollins over. Deep 6. This has got to be it. 1, 2, no. Becky Lynch breaking it up. I haven't seen a tag in a while.
No, it's broken down. See, there you go. Last 5-10 minutes.
Well, could it be the end of days for Seth Rollins' title run?
It might be. But Evans back in now. Got hold of Lynch.
Lynch turns it around and throws her to the outside. Baron Corbin grabbing Becky.
No!
End of days to Becky. And Seth saw it all. Oh, Baron.
Oh, Baron.
Oh, Baron.
That.
And Corbin visibly said, what are you going to do, you little piece of shit? And with that, Seth goes absolutely fucking crazy with a kendo stick. Picks up a chair. And just starts unloading on Corbin with the chair.
Well, maybe Baron Corbin shouldn't have done that. Rollins looks deranged. He's going to look to end it.
Boom! Curb stomp. Or the stomp.
Get Lacey Evans in there, curb stomper.
Well, Lacey Evans is walking away as Seth looks to prepare for another curb stomp. The stomp.
Oh, my. Well, 2 is bad. I mean, it can't get any worse, can it?
It can't. Nope, it can. Third stomp. 1, 2. Where's Lacey Evans? 3.
Well, Lacey Evans is gone. And Seth frickin' Rollins and Becky Lynch have won and retained the championship, but Rollins now more concerned about the partner.
Well, James, it wasn't a prediction. It was a spoiler.
Oh, for
and Brock Lesnar
sake.
is here.
Oh,
and
God.
he looks ready to fight.
Can this night get any worse right now?
Well,
No,
James, your cash-in card for the first SmackDown on Fox.
No, he's not going to cash in.
He might just be playing it up. Is he being Paul Heyman? But Seth looks ready for a fight. So does Brock Lesnar.
Oh, my God. German suplex.
He hasn't cashed it in, though, James.
Yeah, Heyman's still got it. Another German suplex.
He has cashed it in. Card is now in pieces.
Oh, my God.
Started now.
And it is official.
Oh, fuck's sake. Lesnar.
The Beast in the Bank versus the Beast Slayer. And Lesnar is smirking.
No, he's not, Dan.
And neither are you.
He's just happy. He's just happy. He's F5 and hit Rollins.
2,
and he
3.
is the new Universal Champion.
3-time Universal Champ.
And 4 years ago at WrestleMania 31, Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank against Brock Lesnar, thought he got away with it, and then cut to July 14th, 2019, and Brock Lesnar has cashed in on Seth Rollins and become the new Universal Champion. I am shocked. Dan, before we get on to the whole Brock Lesnar thing, what do you think of the Baron Corbin match?
Yeah, I thought it was a very entertaining match. Again, you know, it was kind of like a predictable tag team hardcore rules match that it starts off normal and then it just completely breaks down about halfway through the match. But yeah, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, I like the interaction between Becky and Baron Corbin, where he hit her with the end of days, and then kind of just the look on Seth's face, and then Corbin still ever defiant, saying, "What are you going to do, you little piece of shit?" And Seth just absolutely unloading on him, 3 curb stomps and getting the victory. But you know, I just hope and pray to God that this is the end of Lacey versus Becky and Seth versus Corbin, because it's obviously going to be Seth versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, we're getting Brock Lesnar again as champion, so we're getting all that. There's that thing that fans didn't want. We're getting exactly. Why not cash in on Kofi? Why do it on Seth? Why make Seth look? I don't know.
Well, James, Brock Lesnar has held the title for 659 days since April 2017. And Seth Rollins held the title for 99 days.
Well, I thought he was going to get through the SummerSlam, but he's not. They obviously, like I said, they're going for Lesnar and Rollins now for SummerSlam, and who knows what can happen. As for tonight, it's not been a bad night, has it? You know, so let's look back. As Lesnar is celebrating Universal Champion, let's go back to our very first match and try and see. Remember, it's on kickoff, and it's Balor versus Nakamura, Dan. It was.
It was a good match, but I definitely think it should have been on the main card. But again, two flawless performers that just pulled a great match out of the bag. You know, if it was something to entice you in, then that would have enticed me to carry on watching it, definitely.
Yeah, I think without doubt, you know, I gave that 3.25 out of 5.
I gave that a 3.5 out of 5.
I thought it was a good match. Gulak versus Nice, another good match, but for me, it's kind of weird because the finish seemed to come from nothing. Again, a solid match. That was a 3.25. No, sorry. Balor Nakamura's 3.5. This is 3.25, so Gulak and Nice.
Yeah, you know, as you say, it was a quick match, and I think Nice went down far too easily, in my opinion. I gave that a 3.25.
And then we had Taker Reigns, Shane McIntyre. To be fair, this is my match for the night because I was so pleasantly surprised by everything. I like the guys involved in it, and I thought it was a really hard-hitting affair. The visuals between what Undertaker can do and what Shane was doing and the McIntyre thing, I thought everything worked to perfection in this match, and that's why I gave it a 4.25 out of 5.
Yeah, you know, it was a very good. The story told was absolutely brilliant. Undertaker looked better than he has in a very long while. I gave that a 4 out of 5.
And then Usos versus the Revival.
Again, you know, I could never say a bad word about these two tag teams. It was an absolute flawless match, 4 great performers, and I think the right team won in Revival. It's given them like a much renowned and needed push up through the cards. I scored that 3.5 out of 5.
I got 3.75 out of 5. That's a great match. Cesaro versus Black, great way to debut Aleister Black. Both of them look great. Again, I could have done with a little bit longer, but it was really exciting to see. What would you think of Black's debut?
Yeah, it was a very good match. Two great strikers in the ring. You know, you had the kicks against the uppercuts. They kind of countered each other well. And as you said, it was the perfect opponent for Ali B. I
gave that 3.75 out of 5.
I gave that a 4 out of 5.
And then we had Cross versus Bliss versus Bayley. Weird fucking handicap match. For me, it was the slowest match of the night, you know.
Yeah, there was some quality in the match, and it was facing peril for Bayley. It was well worked. Will it cause friction between Bliss and Cross? You know, what's going to be next for Bayley?
We'll be interested to see what challenges will come to her. Hopefully we'll find out on the road to, well, it is SummerSlam now. And then a pleasant surprise. Score 3.25.
Yeah, I gave that a 3.
And then up next, pleasant surprise, Lashley versus Braun. I think this was a fun last man standing match that made the use of all the kind of areas that they did, and the stunt at the end was worthwhile as well, because sometimes in these matches you expect the same big, and even Strowman punching out the fake wall, I knew it was going to happen, but I really wanted it and I enjoyed it, you know. So
yeah, it was a fun, enjoyable match, a complete war all over the arena, and both guys, even though Lashley lost the match, came off looking strong. Strowman continues to look like, well, hopefully this is his renewed push as a monster.
Yeah.
I gave that a 4.25.
Yeah.
My match of the night.
Your match of the night, I gave that a 4 out of 5 because it was a great match as well. And then we had Rowan versus New Day versus Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, it was very, very good non-stop action. Again, you know, these 6 guys are great performers. I love the Otis bits. I'd like to have seen a bit more from him, and I'm glad it wasn't Heavy Machinery that kind of ate the pin as well.
Yeah, I think that out. Yeah.
Absolutely well-deserved 6th title reign for New Day, and I think that's going to look good. You know, a little an image of all 3 members of the New Day holding gold.
Yeah, I think if anybody deserves it, it definitely is the New Day. Dan, Then up next,
Score.
score 4 out of 5 again.
I'll go that 4 out of 5 as well.
And then AJ versus Ricochet. I think a good match ruined by... I want to see these two go at it with no gimmicks. With no outside interference. With just two guys and just giving it their best. Because I think that could be a match that we remember for decades if it was. Still a good match, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they are absolute brilliant performers. I think Styles is credible to kind of get the victory over, to get the victory over Ricochet, and it won't hurt Ricochet too much. I know you were saying during the match that it's going to kill Ricochet's momentum, but,
It's definitely going to hurt him. It's not going to kill it, but it's definitely going to hurt, innit? So.
But, again, if you lose... it gives you an automatic WWE Championship match.
Yeah, it's going to be Kofi versus Ricochet.
Oh, that would be an absolute fucking sexy match.
What was your score for that?
I gave that a 3.5 out of 5.
I gave that a 4 out of 5 because I just like the way they gelled. Then KO v Ziggler, more segment than it was match with a stunner. I mean, Ziggler must be getting paid some good fucking money to show up and be like, yeah, you're losing 20 seconds. That's cool.
Yeah.
It gave Owens a chance to set his build up towards Shane McMahon as well at SummerSlam.
Absolutely, yeah. It was 16 seconds, slap, stunner, and then just absolute brilliance on the mic again from Kevin Owens, basically saying what all the fans are thinking.
I go at 3 out of 5.
I gave that whole segment a 3.5 out of 5 because, I think you could have just sent Kevin Owens out there with a mic and it would have been good. But that and the 16-second victory over Dolph Ziggler just made it perfect.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we move on, and then it was Joe versus Kofi for the W Championship. Was something missing in this match, or was that just me?
Yeah, well, it was a very abrupt end. It wasn't a bad... It was a good, solid match, don't get me wrong. But, I don't know, I felt a bit underwhelmed after finishing. I thought, it could have done something more. It seemed like Joe gave up a bit too easy, but then, Joe hasn't been on the best run since he's came up from NXT, basically. Yeah,
I know. It's a bit weird. Hopefully, we want new challenges, but I think Joe and Kofi could work done in a certain way. I still go at 3.5 out of 5. It was a good match.
I gave that a 3.25 out.
And then our main event, Lynch and Rollins versus Corbin and Evans. It was never a main event of a pay-per-view. And I think we're finding this recently. There's not been... The whole card on its own has been good, but with the main event, it just wasn't, there was no kind of, talk about facing peril. Again, a bog-standard match for me. A couple of cool little spots in it, weren't there,
There was a few good spots, the Van Daminator off the top, the double table spot. I think, if they had synchronised it and both gone at the same time, that would have looked fucking awesome.
Maybe Seth was worried about kicking Lynch in the head or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I did enjoy the interaction. Becky eating End of Days. And it's kind of, it seems like it's slightly ushering out the PG, out the PG era and trying to get a bit more edgy. The Baron Corbin shouting to Seth, "What are you going to do about it, you little shit?" That kind of, and then just Seth, you see it switching his head and he just goes absolutely fucking nuts. Absolutely brilliant. But it was a fun, enjoyable match.
Yeah, I gave it 3.5 out of 5.
I gave that a 3 3/4 out of 5.
And then it's weird because I have to put it as perspective altogether. Because if you look at the card, there wasn't a match that was below a 3 out of 5, right? There wasn't a terrible fucking match. They were all enjoyable. Yes, the main event wasn't a main event, and you could argue, oh, that's because the pay-per-view then it wasn't really worthwhile. But when you throw in the United States title changing hands, which did the tag team titles changing hands,
the Intercontinental title
changing hands, and the kickoff, and the Universal title changing hands with Brock Lesnar cashing in, when there's been so much, you go, no, Lesnar is still on Raw, he's going to be Universal champ, and this is how we're going to go. It makes it a pay-per-view that, annoyingly, you have to kind of watch. Does that affect my rating overall? I don't know. I give it an 8.
Yeah, again, all the matches, they delivered. But you look back through the card, and I'd say about 90% of this card came from NXT. So we know exactly what they can do in the ring. So, they should be giving us good matches. I would expect good matches. But, again, as you say, with the title changes, we had 4 title changes tonight. yeah, you know, I'm happy about that, and yeah, I'm going home happy with an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, and also it's like a 5-hour show, so it feels like quite a big show, even though we have got SummerSlam coming up, you know. But unfortunately for Seth Rollins, it's turned into a nightmare, and you can see the look of just dejection on his face. Just can't believe he's lost the title.
Well, you say that, you know, it's a 5-hour show, but if you cut out the entrances, all the talking segments, and the bits that don't mean anything, you could trim it to 3.5 hours.
Yeah, you really could. That's how easy it is. So you see the final shot there is a guy with absolute desperation. He seemed to have lost what he thought he held the most. And I'm not talking about Brock Lesnar, not talking about Seth Rollins' Universal title. I'm talking about me and my streak, all right? Because it's gone tonight. Dan, final scores 10-9. Dan gets pay-per-view point. It's 7-3. I need to respond. So SummerSlam is important. And like Dan says, it is not over yet. There are so many real points in line. And it matters most because I am not going to go. Dan is going as cosplay next year at the O2. This is what everybody wants to see. This is the reason why James has to win.
Yeah, but the difference is I would embrace the cosplay. You'll just be walking around like a mong.
Well, speaking of that is it now for Extreme Rules 2019. And don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at WNR233 Review or
at Vince McDan, WWE.
I'm at J_Rollins. Across all the Google platforms, send us an email to WNRpodcast@gmail.com. We're on Instagram, the WNR Podcast. We're on Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. You can come and find our page and give us a like with a WWE Network Review podcast. Or you can come and find me and add me as a friend. I am Vince McDan.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, WWE Network Review Podcast, where we've got podcasts going up on YouTube, same time we do other places like SoundCloud.
On your phone.
Speaker Radio, we've got a live show, Stitcher Radio, and iTunes, where you can download, subscribe, rate, and review there.
And also, James, there's no more pay-per-views in between this.
Fuck.
Right?
I know you're going to say.
I can sense even more panic in your voice. But we have promised our listeners that the website would be up by SummerSlam. It is thedubandapodcast.com.
Yes, I can now confirm it will be available Survivor Series. It will be coming here. Alright, I hear you. I don't make guarantees. This SummerSlam thing, yeah.
It's not a spoiler, James. It's not a prediction, James. It is a spoiler.
Yeah, Survivor Series, the WNRpodcast.com is coming. But until then, our next episode is WWE vs. WCW, and it's fully loaded, 1999. It's an end of an era, first blood match between The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But until then, I have been James Rollins, and as always was joined by
the Roland Slayer Dan White.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and bye.
Bye.